Okay, here we are back in Ace Academy. It's that time again, and we're going for a new route. So as I said before, isn't there a skip button? There it is. Good enough. Characteristic, we went intelligent because it's easier. Since we already know what we're doing, we should have choices we can skip over. Grumble, grumble. I go back then. So the objective for this video is going to be the Kaori route. There does seem to be interest, and it's clearly obvious the girls have different fan bases. So we'll see how Kaori fares compared to the others. So far, since I only uploaded 2, Valerie is significantly more popular than Yuna. Probably should have taken the motorcycle, so I have to sit next to her, but I have to meet her anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we can do this to get the parking permit much more quickly. Flirt with him? Aw, man. So we'll hit her up for her number, because it's going to be a scene we have to do later. And basically I'm just going to try to do everything to speed up the whole movement towards Kaori's route. And I guess there's also Show's route that we could do. To be honest, I think I'd prefer his route over Mayu's.
Who's the... Which class? You brought... No, you...
Okay. I apparently chose one that required a lot of scenes. I already know what the answer is, etc., etc. Since there's no Nikki route, we don't really have to worry about her. And, huh. Is it my imagination, or is there, actually, it might be the same speed. Because it seems like it's going a lot faster than usual. It's like usual, we're going to trip, stumble, and fall through everything. Actually, I may want to do the Monobugeisha thing. That one I may need to take seriously since it might help with Kaori's route. Go say hi. Huh.
Hey,
So there was a scene with her that I didn't hit the first time.
You're in... What? Oh, I mean... Well... Oh!
Okay, that was a little different.
Oh! I didn't.
Enough.
So, yeah, there's a lot more scenes if you go that route. Now, the thing is, for Kaori's route, you do need to go to her room and tell her about the US. Wasn't really a choice.
Who are
Slow. Freeze. So sleek. And then we do the YOLO route because it's faster. That should be good enough. Come on, skip mode, damn it. Nobody puts me in a corner. So pretty soon we'll be able to start her route. This is just your usual introduction stuff. It'd be kind of neat if you could actually skip over this a little bit more quickly.
That's awesome.
So why
What?
did your...
And I hit one that
What
has
is that?
more lines than normal. Damn, I keep hitting new options here. Kaori never sent the strategy she wanted me to look over before our meeting on Monday. What time is that meeting anyway? May as well ask her. I grab my phone and dial her number. Phone rings a few times before Kaori answers.
Hello?
Hey, Kaori, it's Hiro.
Oh, hi.
Man, she doesn't sound excited to talk to us. Hey, you never sent me the strategies you wanted me to learn.
Of course I sent them. Check your email again.
I flipped through my emails and as expected did not see one from Kaori. Well, it's not sitting in my inbox, so if you sent it, I don't know who you sent it to.
Isn't this your email?
She sends me an incorrect address. No, there's no 7 in my email.
Ugh, idiot! Why did you give me the wrong email?
I didn't give you the wrong.
Wait, I'll send it again.
I hear a commotion on the other end of the phone and something that sounds like a frustrated groan.
Ugh, my tablet isn't working, so I have to grab my laptop. Hold on.
You know, Kaori, if you took better care of your stuff, they'd work when you needed to. Sounds like you need a man to fix it. I could come by to fix it for you.
You can't fix this. It's completely dead.
She killed it herself. I can. I have very skilled hands.
Skilled enough to bring it back to life?
Skilled enough to make you forget about the damage.
What? Whatever. I'm just going to head to the mall and get the YX140 to replace it.
What about the Z90 model? It has better specs and it's cheaper.
No, it doesn't. The YX140 is the model that replaced the EN85. It offers more GB than the Z90 and has better connectivity options.
They still use gigabytes this far in the future? What are you talking about? Everything else is comparable and you can get it with a higher GB. Plus, the Z90 is made by Macro Hard, which we all know is better than Pineapple.
Are you kidding me? Pineapple is a better choice. It runs faster and it doesn't get viruses either, so it has a better shelf life.
Is this a joke? Meet me at the store. I'll show you that the Z90 is just as good, if not better, than the YX140. If after that you still don't believe me, then I'll concede.
Fine, but only because I know you're wrong. Meet you there in a half hour.
The phone clicks without another word. Well, goodbye to you too. I grab my jacket and head for the door. I arrive at the mall before Kaori and wait by the front south entrance. It's only a minute or two before I see her walking up to me dressed in a hoodie and jeans. It's weird to see her out of uniform. Yeah, I think this is the first time we've actually seen her wear this. You look nice. Oh, this one's even better. Do you meet all your dates in a hoodie? A little casual for a date, but I can dig it.
This isn't a date.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. You still look good.
Shut up! I wouldn't wear this on a date.
What would you wear?
It doesn't matter. Let's just go in.
You're the boss. So yes, I am going to try to agitate her throughout this entire route. I follow Kaori into the electronics store. She heads straight for the aisle of tablets and points to the XY140? Wasn't
There it
ZX or
is.
something like that? And there's mine. I point to the Z90 and read the details. Optic display with Hex HD resolution at 750 ppi with a V9Z chip in 256-bit architecture. It even has an anti-reflective coating on the screen. You have to admit, this is an amazing tablet, and I point to the price on the XY140. It's cheaper. Kaori crosses her arms.
So, the XY140 costs a bit more because you get more. Look, it holds 3 times the number of files, and even though the displays match, the XY140 has amazing video stabilization and built-in data connection options.
So yeah, I'm not gonna make a joke about Apple and video stabilization. We'll save that for the Flash stuff. The Z90 is still better.
It isn't. And since it's my tablet, I'm getting the XY140.
You're impossible.
And you're still wrong.
Just so you know, you're both wrong.
Kaori and I turn to face the voice. Standing behind us is a stubby guy with round glasses. He reaches between us and grabs another model off the shelf.
This is the IB760 by Bensong. It's the fastest on the market, with the vector core CPU at 6 GHz, red tooth technologies, and a fingerprint identity sensor in the screen. Not to mention the superior resolution with advanced multi-touch technology.
He reaches by and grabs something else.
Plus, it comes with the cover built in, so you don't have to pay more to buy accessories.
He glances over at Kaori.
Which, from what I heard, you could really use.
She has a reputation for breaking her stuff. Kaori and I exchange a look.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
Clearly you need it if you're considering the XY140 like some sort of technological plebe.
Why you?
Take that, pleb. That's what I was saying all along. I told you the XY140 was no good.
Whoa! Calm down, Mr. High and Mighty. The Z90 is an even worse choice?
What?
Who would want to use a machine built on the Frame operating system? The last time that piece of junk worked was Frame XP.
Frame is a bit of a stretch from Windows. Frame 7 was good. Yeah, right. He snickers loudly.
How cute. No wonder you're together. You both have a taste for inferior tablets.
Okay, Kaori, let's get him.
Together?
Kaori stomps a foot forward as her hands clench into fists. The nerd is clearly shaken but tries to keep his cool.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
No kidding. MacroHeart has the entire business market.
And Pineapple makes premium cutting-edge devices.
Also, nowadays all models come with Red Tooth 3.0 built in.
And fingerprint ID sensors. And advanced multi-touch technologies.
He opens his mouth to speak again, but Kaori interrupts him.
And we are not together.
Yeah, go mind your own business.
You noobs! Your vision is too clouded to see the light. Otherwise, you'd understand that Android is the best hardware, software, and value for your money.
Before either of us can say another word, he turns around and confidently waddles away. A bag of cheese puffs seemed to materialize in his hand.
Idiot, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong.
I know, right? We fall silent as I look over the IB760 demo model. Actually, Kaori,
What?
I think he might have been onto something.
Let me see.
You both review the specifications card next to the tablet.
Huh. The features here definitely outweigh the XY140.
And hardware-wise, it blows the Z90 out of the water. I watch as Kaori swipes the tablet screen and tweaks the settings and configuration. A moment later, she grabs an IB760 box off the shelf and looks it over. So, do you want this one then?
As much as I hate to admit it, it makes the most sense.
Don't just let him hear you say that. She takes the tablet and heads to the counter. Glad we got that sorted out.
Me too.
Kaori pulls out her wallet and pays for it. Moves to the store. Kaori turns towards me outside the store.
Thanks for coming out, I guess. I mean, some of the stuff you said was helpful, but mostly you just gave me a headache.
It's what I do. I grin at her. You're really bad at giving compliments.
It wasn't a compliment!
But I can see a blush creeping up on her cheeks. Anyway, don't worry about it. We're teammates, which means we look out for each other, right?
Yeah, that's how we were able to defeat that loser when he came by.
Did you see how he left in a huff?
Maybe that'll teach him to stop butting in where he doesn't belong.
I laugh and I think I see Kaori crack a smile. At least now you can email me those strategies.
Yeah, I'll send them over once I get this thing set up.
You gonna need advice on how to do that too? She puts a hand on her hip.
No.
I smile at her stern expression. It was a joke, Kaori. That's what friends do. They joke around with each other. She blinks at the mention of friends and the frown eases off her face.
Whatever. I'd better get going. See you on Monday.
Yeah, see you. With a nod, she turns away and disappears into the crowd of people. I head in the opposite direction towards a gear equipment store I've been meaning to check out. Once it gets late, I head home. So that was a nice change of pace. I don't remember if we could have chosen the others before, but it doesn't really matter. I went to the store to check out tablets.
Oh, really? Did you see anything good?
Yeah. She looks at my empty hands.
But nothing good enough to buy?
Exactly. Oh, Kaori was the one who wanted a new tablet. I was just there to show her which one was good.
That's kind of a lame date. I'm disappointed in you.
Kaori's friends seemed to be on alert. It wasn't a date.
Sure, whatever you say.
Nikki's friends lean into her and whispers.
Does he have a girlfriend? Nah, he wishes.
Two girls glance at each other and giggle. And then we can go on the skip route. How else would you describe me? I don't know her. Damn it.
No.
Okay. I don't even know you. So yes, I'm going back to being cold to Valerie. So, Kaori time. My stomach complains loudly for food. Hopefully nobody else heard that. At least I have plenty of time to grab lunch before my next class. There's a cafeteria on campus which I've eaten at a couple of times. The food is cheap and surprisingly good. Way better than the cafeteria food at CNNY. The options are limited. I've heard the Pilot's Lounge has some decent options, and their daily specials on corporate cuisine from other cultures. Might be worth a look. I navigate to the lounge. Now, I chose Kaori, right? Because I don't really remember doing this before, but the skip is enabled. Luckily, there isn't a line. I think that's because I beat the lunch rush, and not because the food is bad. Pushing those thoughts aside, I walk up to the bar.
Hello, what do you have?
I studied the limited menu on the wall. Behind the bartender is a chalkboard with the daily special written down. Cheeseburger with fries. Yeah, I'll take a burger and fries. This be my lucky day. I've been craving a good burger since I landed in Japan. I'll have the burger with fries.
How special? Burger and fries coming up.
Hope that's a beef burger.
That'll be 873 credits.
Wow. I don't know if burgers are just more expensive in Japan, but that's pretty high up there. Must be a pretty damn good burger, that's for sure. After paying, I move over to the side and wait for my lunch. Within a few minutes, he slides over a tray with a juicy burger and mound of fries. I can't wait to start eating this beast of a burger. Picking up my tray, I scan the Pilot's Lounge for an empty table. Most are occupied by single students focused on their own food or studies. As I'm debating whether or not to join a random student, I spot a girl with a reddish-orange hair sitting alone. It's Kaori. I breathe out a sigh of relief and make my way over to her. Hey. She looks up at me.
Oh, hi.
Mind if I sit here? She shakes her head. Thanks. I place my tray next to her bento and sit down. Kaori focuses on her meal and eats in silence. This is pretty awkward. So, how are things?
Good.
She doesn't even bother looking at me. What do you think about the weather today?
Adequate.
This is seriously like pulling teeth. I shouldn't be surprised though, it's Kaori after all. Small talk is not her forte. I pick up a ketchup packet and squeeze the contents over my fries.
You're really eating that?
Huh? Kaori finally looked up from her food and examines my meal.
Burgers are very unhealthy. They are full of fat and very high in calories.
Isn't that why we eat them?
The fries are even worse. Those are just empty carbs. And the average meal holds the amount of sodium an average person needs in a day.
It tastes delicious. That's what makes it taste so good. Kaori leans back in disappointment and shrugs.
Whatever. It's your choice.
I glance at her bento. It has an assortment of simple maki rolls. Okay, I remember this now. I'm just glad I'm eating this instead of that. Well, sometimes it's nice to eat something tasty for a change. Yep, here we go. She frowns in irritation.
What makes you think my bento isn't tasty?
I take another look at it, then smirk. You don't need to get so defensive. I'm sure it's healthy. That thing barely looks like seasoned. I think that's supposed to be seasoned. Ugh. Kaori shoves a maki roll into my mouth while I'm mid-sentence.
Don't judge it until you've tried it.
Wow, this is surprisingly delicious. It's light with simple ingredients, but each bite is still packed with flavor. Kaori quickly retracts retracts her chopsticks. Once she realizes what she's done, her cheeks flush. That was actually pretty good. Hey, you have a talent for cooking. Her cheeks turn crimson. She tries to hide her face in her bento while assuming an air of nonchalance as she resumes eating.
Thanks, or whatever.
She's still pretty awkward when it comes to compliments, but something about that is kind of cute. We end up finishing our meals in silence, but I'm glad I was able to learn a little bit more about Kaori. Remembering that the team rankings are supposed to be posted, yada yada yada. I think this is Yuna?
Oh?
Yeah. I'll join you. And she adamantly refuses. So I'm just going to do the Yuna route because I know I can get through it more quickly, even though this is... I think we've done the tennis route every single time. In fact, the only time we wouldn't do it would probably be Show's route. If we do that one at all. Whiff. Miss. I knew it, he's a secret agent. Didn't even know you manage restaurants. I'm with Kaori on this one.
Aw, you're not a morning... Something like that. In any case, we figured it'd be easier to switch out than deal with that awkwardness every week.
It's a cover. Kaori must have joined to see me. I nod solemnly. I get it now.
Get what?
I gaze deeply into Kaori's eyes. She raises an eyebrow.
What?
You switched classes for me. She shuffles uncomfortably. Pink tinges her face.
Are you for real? I knew you were an idiot, but seriously?
I gently take her hands in my own. The color in her cheeks deepen. And now you're being all shy to hide it. You are so cute. Kaori retracts her hands and stammers her reply.
I can't believe you would say something so stupid! Can you believe this show?
Sho is far too busy laughing to respond.
That's it! I'm joining another class!
There are no other classes available, remember? Kaori cringes, then groans.
I can't believe I'm stuck here with you two idiots for the whole semester.
We hear a click as the building door unlocks. Did I choose this one before? Okay, it's time. Swiggity swoogity, I'm coming for that booty. Sho and I continue to stare. She steps back in confusion.
What's wrong with you guys?
Kaori? I think you dropped your hairband.
Huh? I didn't bring a hairband.
Then, what's that? I point to the floor behind her. She turns her and revealing a delectably fine backside.
I don't see anything.
I offer a fist bump to Sho, who happily reciprocates. Sorry, my mistake. Kaori turns to face us. She raises an eyebrow at our grinning faces, slightly irritated.
You two are acting weirder than normal.
Hey, recognition. So that was actually a lot tamer than I imagined it would be. Yeah, screw it. Guess we have to talk to her.
Choose and that.
Huh. Let's try the pilot's lounge. I don't remember if Kaori is somewhere here. I want to say it's Valerie in the quad. And I don't remember what else happens. Leaderboard is still posted. I go get a drink. Bartender waits for the order. Can I order one whiskey, one bourbon, one beer? I'll have a water.
Hey, you're part of the team that ranks 21, aren't you? And what's your match? You're not... Your team is the only one listed without a name. Yeah, but it's a generic name, one that would... Anyway, 20. Yeah, you guys just beat us. Did you That guy just took out the USA range gear! Kind of like what you... There-
Modbuzz hippie-friendly item.
She's talking about their hippie science. Anyway, you going to...
Wasn't?
You going...
Sure.
Nah.
Even though I'll probably get spammed for the rest of the lifespan of this particular phone number. So yeah, that seems kind of random. Kaori. I'm finally done with classes for the day. For some reason, I'm strangely tired and don't feel much like hanging out around campus. I'll go home and rest up. I walk to the parking lot and spot my bike where I left it. As soon as I reach it, a sleek white car pulls up and blocks the exit. The car has tinted windows and looks like something way out of my price range. As I can only see the back of the car, I guess that might be a Panther. Although the engine is still running, there's no movement from the car. That's kind of weird. Are they waiting for someone? If so, I wish they'd pick a different spot. How am I supposed to leave if they're blocking the exit? Besides, wouldn't it make more sense to pick someone up closer towards the campus and not in the heart of the parking lot? I hop on my bike as I ponder these questions. Just as I'm about to back out, the passenger door opens and a smooth leg steps out. Following the leg is a cute girl with red hair. Wait a minute. That's Kaori. I'm standing my ground, damn it. I pause on my bike, ready to watch the scene unfold. I'm far enough away that Kaori won't spot me. The driver's side door opens and an older man steps out. He looks European, definitely not Japanese. I guess he's in his mid-30s, and I can tell he keeps in shape by the way his shirt clings to his biceps. He reaches in the back of his car and hands Kaori a bag. With a wide smile, he envelops her in a hug. Wait. I wait for an inevitable slap, but it never happens. Instead, Kaori accepts the hug without protest. How is she so calm right now? She's even smiling back at him. He tries to linger in the hug, but Kaori gently pushes away and waves goodbye to him. The man waves back as he returns to his car and drives off. As she heads back towards the campus, her path leads straight to my parked bike. Hey, Kaori. She jumps slightly at my voice.
Oh, it's you.
She glances behind her and sighs with relief that the white car is nowhere in sight.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. I think the better question is, what are you doing here? Kaori crosses her arms.
I asked you first.
But I know your answer will be more interesting than mine.
You're wrong. I'm just going to my dorm.
Oh, okay. What are you up to today?
Does it matter?
I'm just curious. I want to learn more about you. Her expression softens slightly, and I think I see a faint blush of pink on her cheeks.
It's nothing. Just a thing I went to.
Uh-huh. And did you do this thing alone? Kaori looks sharply at me and her body tenses.
Why?
No reason. Just that you and your ride seem pretty close. Kaori's face turns white, but her voice stays level.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Kaori has a boyfriend. I knew there had to be a reason you were able to resist my manly charm. She narrows her eyes.
What?
You're into the more mature types.
Huh?
You know, someone who's been around the block once or twice. She pauses, then her mouth drops open in shock.
You're such an idiot!
You don't have to be embarrassed. It's only natural that needs come up.
Shut up! It's not like that!
Then what is it like?
It's none of your business. So just drop it.
Kaori seems snappier than usual. I must have hit a nerve. Okay, I'm sorry.
Whatever. It's fine. I need to go, though.
Yeah, okay. I'll see you later. She waves goodbye and then heads towards the campus dorms. I wonder what that was all about. As soon as Kaori's out of view, I kick my bike into gear and head home. So I'm gonna get a drink while we skip the next set of scenes. Hopefully I don't need to read anything. Okay, we have another Kaori event already. I should check up on Eagle and see how bad the damage really is. Hopefully he'll still be in fighting form even without the repairs from a sponsor. When I arrive in the hangar, I see a familiar face. Kaori is circling her gear with a critical eye. I guess we had the same idea. Hey, Kaori. She nods at me. How does it look? Kaori looks sullen.
It could be better. The damage is mostly cosmetic, but there is some damage here and here, which could impact performance.
Okay, get the duct tape. She points to the areas on her gear.
This will reduce overall acceleration and top speed. It hurts the aerodynamic nature of Aura.
Aura.
Yeah, Aura. The name of my gear.
I suddenly remember a conversation I had with Shu regarding gears and their genders. Is it a she? Is Aura a female?
Well, the gear is an embodiment of a pilot, so yes.
I'm a little surprised Aura has gender. I didn't take you as a sentimental person. She looks calm, but her voice gets a little defensive.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, I get that the gear is shaped like a female for a purpose of sponsorship and not to appeal to spectators, but I trail off, unsure how to verbalize my question without offending. How do you ask someone about the boobs of their gear? Luckily, Kaori seems to understand.
This frame is smaller for better agility. And the...
She looks at the chest area of Aura. Her face flushes.
extra storage space contains emergency energy packs for the thrusters, in case the core temporarily overheats. Their... location just happened to be there for the best weight distribution of the gear.
Aura sounds no-nonsense and efficient. They really do embody their pilots. I suppose that makes sense. She nods. We both continue reviewing her gear. The silence only grows more and more awkward. So how did you come up with the name? If I knew any better, I think it was named after the anime Ninja Ranger. The one in pink was also called Aura. Kaori glares at me.
Yeah, so? It is named after her.
Are you serious? For real?
Why is that so bad?
I just never thought you'd be into anime.
What's so hard to believe about me liking anime?
Now that I think about it, I didn't really consider what sort of hobbies Kaori has. Although anime would be on my list of probably not or impossible for her. Actually, isn't Aura the Ranger of Honor? She blinks in surprise.
How did you know that?
I might be into anime as well.
Really? That's a surprise.
What's so hard to believe about me liking anime? Kaori blushes in embarrassment.
I guess we were both making unfair assumptions.
No, not really. She looks at her gear before facing me again.
So... which is your favorite ranger?
Oh, I hated the show. Her speech is halted as if she's too embarrassed to even ask the question. Tome, the Ranger of Knowledge.
The Ranger of Knowledge! He was always integral to solving the mysteries.
I stare at Kaori in surprise. I don't think I've ever seen her so animated. She blinks at my astonishment before her face reddens.
Well, I mean, if you're into that.
I let out a chuckle. Kaori smiles. I'm glad I was able to learn something new about you. Her cheeks redden even further.
Don't make it sound like that.
She shuffles her feet and avoids my gaze.
But it is a little nice knowing you like anime, too.
So, to go on a little bit of a tangent, I have to admit this. At my work, when the Power Rangers trailer was first released for the upcoming movie, we had a field day with that. I don't really have time to go over all the one-liners, but I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if they had lampooned this rather than how they did it, similar to how I actually encountered this in real life, but I guess they want to be more positive about the whole anime thing. And I have a sinking feeling that people are probably going to be leaving Power Ranger comments in the comments. So we'll hit up Valerie because we've done hers before. But yeah, for those who aren't really aware, going back to the little Power Ranger thing, it's hard to believe that show is like 25 years old in the US now or something like this. Kinda makes you feel old if you've ever seen the first season. Now that I think about it, why does Kaori dress up as a fantasy character rather than her Power Ranger one? Huh. Food for thought. Oh, damn it, I pushed the wrong one. Why are you talking about my core? This one doesn't really matter. We'll hit up Yuna because it's convenient, and here's where I went. Jeez, lighten up, Negative Nancy.
That's what most people think, and
So I think I've done both of those by now, so it doesn't really matter which one I choose. I've gotten a little distracted. The whole phone thing? Yeah, we'll grab her. I can be possessive too. I'll tell my engineer. Crap. We're fine. What curled up her butt and died?
you know what? I'm actually... Well, since we weren't able... I was surprised when you finished your half for...
Ah, so I was wondering if we could have actually dumped all the responsibility on her. Just let me get it. Stupid rent-a-cop. We'll hit up Yuna once more. We did both of these already, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. And now the team finally assembles. Change that to 50. You know what? Let's actually do this one. It looks like it doesn't really matter what you do. She's into me.
We can set up a...
It should be Kaori. You can do it, Kaori. Kaori crosses her arms.
As long as you're clear with the plan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She nods.
Okay, I'll buy you guys time.
As if on cue, the map flashes red as the arena entrance doors slide open. Fail. Huh. So I kind of wonder what determines whether you succeed or fail.
Down. We're coming, Kaori.
I'm down, but there's only...
Let's go, Broseph.
Never mind, Ma, you got it.
Target neutralized.
Was that knife, ladies and gentlemen?
Sorry.
You don't need to...
Thanks.
Good work. You...
Huh?
I'm not going to take full credit when we all made it together.
Probably should be reading
I
this.
think he was just trying to compliment you, Kaori.
Oh! okay?
No, you're supposed to say, thank you, Frozen Senpai.
Shut up, Show!
They all break into laughter, except Kaori. Kaori is not amused. Kaori is never amused. Bowser's voice catches us by surprise. Yada yada yada.
I'll say.
Oops.
That's why we need to do our homework on future teams. We were lucky that Sho was familiar with Tatsuo's playstyle.
We all nod in agreement. What's up, Mayu? Mayu glances at me.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking that your overdrive mode didn't activate this time.
Kaori perks up.
Well, the steps leading up to that during the last match didn't happen this time around.
That's true.
But we still don't know for sure if it would have activated either.
Kaori crosses her arms but looks thoughtful.
It would be useful if we found out what triggers it.
Agreed. I plan on looking into it.
Maybe you can ask Valerie to help. She seems capable as an engineer. Speaking of which, I wonder if she was able to watch the match. And I wonder if she...
Okay, this is... You're incredible. Congrats on the win. I know I'm the greatest. So I believe we go to the party after this, and this time I'm going to be spending it with... I think I spent it with Kaori the first time I played through. We'll invite Yuna, but I don't think she showed up. I don't really remember. Staying sober so we can mock them. Kaori, you're up, and yep, I did this the first time. Kaori didn't look so thrilled when that girl showed up. Maybe I should check on her. I find her in a corner of the living room surrounded by a group of students. The girls from earlier stand beside her, but when she spots the rest of her team, she runs off to greet them. As I approach, Kaori has her arms folded and she's trying to keep a wide berth between herself and the boys. I catch the tail end of their conversation.
Please. You guys are no competition at all. The day you losers beat me in a match is the day I'm dead.
One of the boys laughs.
Those are tough words coming from someone so cute.
Quick as lightning, he slaps Kaori's butt. Suddenly, time warps and slows. Kaori's body tenses and her eyes grow wide as her brain registers what just happened. Then the fire reaches her eyes and melts her frozen body. She brings her arm back and slugs the guy in the face so hard he collapses to the floor. Holy crap. Wow, Kaori, that was... I'm interrupted by a fist coming dangerously close to me. Scream. The inevitable looms ever closer. All I can do is let out a yelp as a sharp pain throbs in my stomach. What the hell was that for, Kaori? I rub at my chin and work my jaw. That girl can sure pack a punch.
What are you doing, sneaking up on me like some kind of pervert?
I've been here this whole time.
Why didn't you say something then?
You seemed a little busy. Kaori glances back down at the unconscious guy. She nudges him with her foot and watches as he doesn't stir. He's clocked out for the night.
Serves him right.
Whistles break from the silent onlookers as a few of the girls cheer and the guys start laughing.
Damn! Did you see what she just did to Takeshi?
Yeah, I'm not getting on her bad side.
Too bad she only has a bad side.
Nope, me neither.
She's kind of scary, actually.
Why don't we get out of here? Kaori nods. We're about to move when a tall, buff pilot slams a bottle onto a nearby table.
Or Takeshi.
Dropping into a chair, he laughs.
So you can handle yourself when it comes to strength. But can you do the same when it comes to alcohol?
Kaori crosses her arms and snorts.
Not interested.
What's the matter? You scared?
A taunting song of oohs surl from the onlookers. Kaori laughs.
Me? Scared? No way. I'm just trying to save you from the embarrassment.
No, I get it. Drinking is a man's game. Women aren't built to hold their alcohol.
Kaori's eyes flash and the smile drops from her face.
What did you say?
It's probably best that we don't do this, actually. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself.
The chair scrapes along the floor as Kaori sits down.
The only person who'll be hurting is you after I drink you under the table.
This is a bad idea, but okay, I did that last time. Who am I to stop her? Kaori's old enough to make her own choices. If she wants to drink with this guy, then what gives me the right to stop her? Still, I should stick around to make sure she doesn't get herself too sick. Someone places 2 shot glasses on the table, one in front of each challenger, and fills them up. Then he explains the rules. Whoa, crud.
Hey!
Another.
First person to reach 10 shots is the winner.
Kaori reaches for hers first and downs it before her challenger takes a drink. She doesn't even flinch from the burning liquid.
Another.
Hey!
He quickly downs his cup while Kaori's is being refilled, then fills up his own cup. Kaori grins.
Try and keep up, okay?
Instead of responding, the guy throws back his drink and Kaori follows. An even larger crowd gathers around the pair as they drink shot after shot. Everyone watches with bated breath, but neither competitor shows any sign of weakness. Kaori is like a machine, empties her cup faster than it can be filled. The crowd stares at her with admiration. Challenger keeps up a steady pace and the race is close. After her 10th shot, Kaori slams her cup onto the table right before her opponent.
Done.
Damn.
The crowd erupts into a roar of cheers as they equally congratulate Kaori and tease her challenger. The pilot tries to stand but looks a little queasy and sits back down. Kaori is also unsteady on her feet, but I catch her before she falls.
I'm okay.
I let go and she squints up at me.
What did you do to your face?
It's what you did. Huh?
Face. It's so blonde.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not bad.
Let's get her out of here. Yep, she's drunk and it's late. I think it's time for her to leave before she embarrasses herself even more. Kaori won't be able to get home alone. I better walk her back. I help her to her feet. Come on, Kaori. Time to go.
No! You can't tell me what to do.
As she talks, I lead her towards the door anyway.
Fine, I'm going. But only because I want to go.
That sounds like a very Kaori thing to say. Maybe she's not as drunk as I thought. The cool night breeze is a welcome relief from the stuffy dorm. As we walk through the silent campus, Kaori trips over a root and I catch her fall. She gasps as I hold her, but doesn't push me away. I pull her into me. You're lucky I was here to catch you. Really? That's all you're going to say? She scrunches her face as if trying to remember something.
Oh! Stop being a perv!
I laugh and let go of her. She's uncharacteristically quiet for a while. It's strange to see her so calm. Usually she's so fiery.
Your reaction time is better than I remember.
Thanks?
You've improved a lot since our first match. I mean, I had no idea you'd actually be so much help for the last match.
Do my ears deceive me, or did Kaori just give me a compliment? Is that really what you think?
Yeah.
I never knew you felt that way.
So what?
Nothing. It's just nice to know that you like me. Her cheeks are red, but I can't tell if it's from the alcohol or this conversation.
Shut up! It's not like that.
We arrive in front of her building. Kaori steps to the entrance. Let's pry while she's drunk. Kaori has opened up to me a lot. I wonder if she'll tell me who she was with the other night. Wait. She turns back to me. Can I ask you something?
What?
The night I ran into you in the parking lot, what were you doing with that older guy? She cocks her head to the side, amused.
Why? Are you jealous?
I'm concerned. No, I'm just worried.
You don't have to be worried. I can take care of myself.
I know, I'm worried about him. I don't doubt that. So, do you have your ID? Kaori nods and fishes it out of her pocket.
Good night. Thanks for walking me home.
Are you going to be okay? Do you need help getting back into your room?
Nuh-uh. I won't fall for that. You aren't getting into my room.
That wasn't my intention.
I'll be fine.
Okay, good night then.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Huh? I'm caught off guard as she combs her hands through my golden locks.
It's so soft and fluffy.
What? Just her voice. I'm too stunned to react. Kaori steps back and admires her handiwork. She smiles and swipes her ID and disappears into the building. That was kind of an interesting night. If only I was able to record drunk Kaori for sober Kaori to see. I'm feeling embarrassed just thinking about it. inside, I head back to my bike and drive home. I'm kind of hungry. Nikki will probably have food downstairs. But lately, I've been craving the sushi Kaori made. I really should make an effort to eat healthier, and those rolls seem simple enough to make. I mean, if Kaori can do it, then so can I. I'll ask her how she made them, and maybe I'll surprise Nikki by making lunch. That's edible. I call up Kaori, and there's a flood of noise when she answers.
What is it?
Hello to you, too.
Oh, right. Hi, what's up?
Remember the maki sushi you made for lunch?
Yeah.
How did you make them?
Oh, it's really easy. You need rice, nori, vinegar.
The voices in the background are getting so loud I can barely hear Kaori. You're kind of cutting off. Where are you?
I'm in the mall. Actually, I'm in the store grabbing groceries. If you come by, I can just show you what ingredients to get.
Okay, I'll head over.
Hurry. I'm only here for a little bit, and then I'm gone.
Where are you going? But she already hung up the phone. Oh well, I better get to the mall before she leaves. After making my plans, I head downstairs.
Oh, hey! Didn't see you there, but...
Oh god, this is when she did the bike. Okay then, I was just ignoring you. I park my bike in the lot and make my way into the building. The supermarket is tucked into a corner of the sprawling mall. There's no way Kaori will be walking the aisles full of processed snacks, so I head directly to the produce aisle. Just as I guessed, I spot Kaori picking out vegetables. She glances at me as I approach.
Ah, you made it.
Wow, this is the most different I think we've seen her. Yeah. Her cart is filled with different fruits and vegetables. I got her just in time. Looks like she's almost ready to check out.
So, what type of sushi do you want to make?
What we had last time? Kaori raises an eyebrow.
I had an assortment for lunch that day. You want to make all of them?
Sure. She shrugs.
Okay, follow me.
I trail behind her as she expertly picks out all the necessary ingredients and places them in my basket. As Kaori gathers everything I need, she imparts step-by-step instructions for how to cook and assemble them.
Got it?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Anyway, that's everything. And I have to get going, so let's check out.
Wasting no time, she drags me to the checkout counter so we can pay. I patiently wait for the clerk to finish bagging all our items. Here, let me hold your bags. Kaori begins to protest, but I grab her bags before she can.
Fine. But only because you want to.
I nod, holding my bags in one hand and hers in the other. She silently leads me out of the store, then pauses right outside the mall entrance.
Thanks, but I can carry it from here.
It's okay. Did you take the bus? I'll carry it to the bus stop for you.
No!
Uh-oh, here he comes. She snatches the bags from one of my hands.
Thanks, but I'll see you later.
Okay, bye. I'm barely able to reply before she runs off. She seems to be in a hurry. I wonder where she's going. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm starving. Time to get home and make this delicious meal. Nikki will be so impressed. As I balance out my bags between my hands, I spot a purple eggplant in one of them. Huh? I didn't get an eggplant. Oh no. These are Kaori's bags. That means she has mine. I need to catch her before it's too late. My legs begin pumping before I even finish the thought. As I race towards the bus stop, I spot that fancy white car from the other day with the same man from before leaning against it. Kaori runs toward him. My legs tingle as I try to suddenly stop, and I stumble noisily behind a parked car. I peek out to see the man hasn't moved. Phew, nobody heard me. The man splits into a wide smile when he sees Kaori, and he envelops her into another hug. Then he plants a kiss on her cheek. Kaori embraces him back. I knew it. He is her boyfriend. The man takes the grocery bags and places them in the car. Then both he and Kaori climb inside. I dive out of my hiding place and sprint to my bike. I can't let them out of my sight. Luckily, I'm parked close enough to spot the magazine in the parking lot. I keep a good distance between us as I speed down the road behind them. I try to keep a car between us to block me from view, but every so often a vehicle will switch lanes, leaving me exposed. Still, the white car doesn't change pace or give any indication it knows it's being followed. I must be better at this than I thought. After a while, the car turns into a weathered driveway. The driveway is attached to an older house with a wide fenced-in yard. Children ranging in age from 3 to 10 play in the yard. Is this a school of some sort? I linger back and watch as Kaori exits the car. As soon as she does, the younger children swarm over to hug her legs. Kaori laughs when she sees the kids and opens her arms wide to return their hugs. A bright smile graces her face, and she's warm and gentle as she herds the kids back into the yard. The older children greet her with respect, but it's clear they're just as happy to see her. This is such a different Kaori from the one I know. Even though she'd kill me if she ever found out I saw this side of her, I'm glad I did. Kicking my bike into park, I grab the grocery bags and walk over to the house. As I come into view, surprise flickers across Kaori's face before it's replaced by an emotionless mask. She waits for me in the driveway.
What are you doing here? Are you spying on me?
I hand her the groceries. No, our bags got mixed up. These are yours. With a wary look, she peeks into the bags.
Oh.
For a second, she seems at a loss for how to react. Then her familiar glare returns.
Well, you shouldn't have followed me without my knowledge like some sort of creep.
I could try to turn this around on her. It's okay if it's for a good cause. It's not creepy if it's for a legit reason. She crosses her arms.
You mean to return these bags to me?
Exactly. I'm such a good Samaritan.
You could have swapped bags with me back at the mall.
No way. You ran off in a hurry and I lost you.
If you lost me, how'd you follow me?
Carefully. Stealthily. Easy. I found you again in the parking lot when I was looking for my bike. Speaking of which, I'm surprised you didn't notice me following you at all. Kaori frowns in thought.
Your bike is white, right? You must have been really discreet because I didn't see it at all.
Not anymore.
Although, now that you mention it, there was this really weird-looking bike that would occasionally pop into my view. But it was clearly a girl's, so I know that wasn't you?
Her voice trails off when she notices my expression. Her hand flies to her mouth and she seems to be concentrating hard on holding something in. What? She shakes her head, avoiding my eyes. Her gaze flickers all around me. When they land on my bike behind me, the floodgates open and her laugh rings across the yard.
That was you?
I mumble an affirmation.
Oh my god!
Yeah, laugh it up. She gasps for breath as her laughter continues. Her eyes are even tearing up. Okay, it's not that funny. After a few more breaths, Kaori finally calms down.
That's a good look for you.
Very funny.
Kaori, what is so funny?
The man walks over and gives Kaori a questioning look when he sees me.
Oh, this is my teammate from school.
Ah, a friend of Kaori's.
Yeah, she doesn't have too many, does she? His face splits into a huge grin and he hurries over to plant a kiss on each of my cheeks. Kaori watches in amusement as I can only stand in shock.
I am Miguel Vasquez. But please, call me Uncle Miguel. So happy to meet you.
Hello, I'm Hiro. I flash Kaori a confused look.
He's my uncle.
Yes, Kaori doesn't let me meet her friend, so you must be very special. Her boyfriend?
No?
She wishes? I snort. Definitely not. Kaori frowns and crosses her arms.
Obviously, because I don't date idiots.
Aw, man, he didn't actually say it, did he? You don't date, period.
What's that supposed to mean?
Already bickering like a married couple. So precious.
Uncle! Don't you have kids to...
Okay.
So yeah, that wasn't as fun as I had hoped. Of course we're a couple. I've known we always have a special bond, Kaori. I lean in close to her.
Huh?
And even your uncle can see it too. We can't deny this attraction any longer.
Idiot! You're delusional!
But she can't stop the blush from staining her cheeks.
That was so beautiful. Bravo!
Uncle!
Kaori's face is beet red.
Don't you have kids to help or something?
Miguel is unperturbed and chuckles.
Okay. I understand. I will let you lovebirds have some space.
We're not lovebirds!
Yet. He winks as he goes to join the children. Kaori and I stand in silence and she fidgets with her hands. Her face is still bright red and she can't look me in the eyes. After a moment, the silence grows too heavy and we speak at the same time.
Ignore him.
So your uncle, huh? She blinks at me. He's, affectionate.
Oh yeah, he's Spanish, and that's how they greet each other in Spain. It took a while for me to get used to it too.
That explains a lot. How did he and your aunt meet?
In university. He studied in Japan. That's why his Japanese is so good too.
We lapse into silence again. Kaori returns to the white car and hands me my groceries.
Thanks for bringing these by, I guess. You should probably get going. I have to get back to the kids.
What exactly is this place? She hesitates, then sighs in resignation.
It's a daycare and tutoring center. My uncle runs it, and I come by to help out.
Mommy material. I had no idea you liked kids so much.
So, what if I do?
I nod, satisfied. You will make a great mother one day.
What?
But will you make a fine wife, too?
Shut up!
I see the blush creep on her cheeks before she turns away. Still, how did you get involved?
I started coming here as a co-op for class credit, and now I can't imagine my life without them.
I watch Kaori as she speaks. Her expression is soft as her voice is warm.
Most of these kids have parents who work all the time, and it's obvious these kids are lonely. They might act out or struggle in school, but all they really want is for someone to care about them. This place might not be the most glamorous, but Uncle cares about every single kid who walks through these doors, and they care about him.
Then her voice hardens.
Anyway, if you tell anyone about this, I will destroy you.
Noted. The kids wave at Kaori and call out for her to join them. With minimal urging from Miguel, they start singing Miss Atami and Mr. Boyfriend Sing in the Tree, Kissing. Miguel laughs at Kaori's mortification. I better go. Her face is completely red.
Yes, please.
I head back to my bike as Kaori runs towards the children. They scatter around the yard squealing in laughter. Kaori puts on a hard exterior, but she's not as cold as she pretends to be. I glance back for one more glimpse of Kaori's smile before driving off. Modern gear? Damn it.
Oh, yes! I love...
Stop. Okay.
Okay, let's just move forward. Oh. Aside from the team stuff, Kaori and I will occasionally meet up for lunch, in which she berates my food choices and offers me healthy alternative recipes. I pass those on to Nikki, who already loves Kaori even though they haven't met. On the home front, Uncle Kaido is still busy as ever, yada yada yada. Take your pick.
Pretty sure they are. I've seen some... So...
Kaori, I'd like to get an early start on studying for the next chapter. Time to head to the library. The library is filled with students and I don't spot any free tables. Looks like other people had the same idea. I spot a familiar plume of red hair sitting alone at a table in the corner. It's rare to spot Kaori at the library. So, I think on my first playthrough I was probably closest to Kaori's route of anyone if I have this many skips. She doesn't notice me as I approach. If I didn't know better, I'd say she looked half asleep. You didn't have to save a seat just for me. I slide beside her, hoping to catch her off guard. Why, thank you. It worked better than I expected. She's completely startled.
Huh? Oh, you.
She lets out a yawn before rubbing her eyes.
What are you doing here?
This seemed like a good place to take a nap. Looks like you had the same idea. For a moment, it almost looks like she's going to pull back and hit me. When her hands finally move, I flinch. But to my surprise, she delivers an intense and dramatic stretching yawn.
I guess it doesn't matter if I tell you.
Maybe it's just because she's tired. She seems relieved to be talking about it.
One of the volunteers at the daycare left, and I had to take on their students. We were already short-staffed, but now it's much worse.
That's relief?
What? Why?
Let's do it. I thought you were doing shenaniganry. I thought you were hungover again.
Again?
You don't remember? She blushes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kaori lets out another big yawn.
Don't worry about me. I just have to work a few doubles until we find a replacement.
Well, why don't you share the work with the rest of the staff?
Do you know anything at all about educating children?
Unfortunately, yes. Not really.
Obviously. At that age, one of the worst things you can do is to switch up their instructors. It has a terrible impact on their learning. Children need stability and time to build up trust. And while they're getting used to us, we're learning about them. It takes time to understand how a child learns, what they're feeling. Some kids might have an easier time with change, and it won't matter as much if they are rotating staff members. But other kids already have unstable homes to go home to. The daycare is the only place they feel safe.
That's true in the US too. Oh, I didn't realize.
And if I have to work a little bit harder for a week or two to make sure they get the best care, I will.
Still, you need to take care of yourself too.
I am.
You're falling asleep while studying. Are you going to fall asleep in the middle of a match too? Clearly you're not getting enough rest. She crosses her arms but doesn't say anything. I'm not trying to pry into your personal life, but you're my friend. I just want to make sure you're okay. She continues to stay silent, but her look softens. Besides, if you get sick, then they'll have a replacement instructor anyway. Her eyes widen before she looks down.
I guess that makes sense.
She sighs.
Maybe I'll take it a bit easier.
I smile and nod.
But I'm fine right now, so don't worry about me.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am!
Yes, Miss Itami.
No!
Mrs. Itami?
I'm going to hurt you now.
She leans over the table, her fist ready to slug my shoulder. Thankfully, I see it coming and quickly lean back. Too far. My chair wobbles precariously and I grasp wildly for something to hold on to. A few students look over while I rub my sore head. Kaori blinks at me in surprise and masks a giggle. Once sufficiently amused, she offers me a hand and pulls me upright. We stay together in silence for a while. She occasionally glances at me, but averts her gaze whenever I look at her. Can I help you? Need something?
What?
You keep looking at me. Do you need something?
No, I don't. Stop imagining things. Besides, you keep looking at me.
Her cheeks flush. Let's do it. Because you're cute. I smirk boyishly.
What is up with your face?
I merely tilt my head to the side and flash another grin.
Stop!
What? I haven't said or done anything.
You...
She stumbles.
You're impossible!
Her cheeks redden as she hides her face deep in her book. He didn't actually say it. We study for a while long before Kaori's phone vibrates. After checking her text, she starts packing up. We say goodbye, and I leave a short time thereafter. I don't care. It is what it is. Pretty much the motto of everything I do these days. You a lady? I won't fall for your objectification. As you wish. Like an ironing board. Those are your breasts.
Really? Because I don't see any breasts there.
Voice is louder. It's the first time I've seen her embarrassed. Happy now?
That looks dumb.
You're like the wife who I didn't ask for. Yeah, go nuts.
What are you doing? We can do that later.
Fine.
Let's just...
Okay, so we might have some events with... Where's the rest of your swimsuit? With Kaori while we're here. Do you value your life? So there's Kaori. Sad part is the window here is closed, and I can hear the dogs almost clearly. I imagine it's probably being picked up on the microphone, too. I saw you looking. You were staring, too.
No,
Her cheeks flare, betraying her guilt.
I wouldn't do something like that.
Yuna tries to cover up, clearly mortified. Don't fall.
Did you miss...
Not really. Okay, Nikki's off to play with her friends. I was wondering if I get a different reaction out of Kaori. Oh well. So May is here, that means the party's going to begin, etc., etc. I want to spend a little more time with Kaori. I walk over to her. Hey Kaori, what are you up to? In response, she throws the ball at me. The ball travels slowly in the air and lands gracefully in my hands.
Nice catch.
Thanks. She seems distracted. Are you okay?
Yeah.
She doesn't say any more, but instead looks out towards the ocean. While she's not paying attention, I toss the ball back to her. As expected, it bounces off her chest before she catches it.
What? Hey! Don't throw things when I'm not looking!
She hurls the ball back at me. Instead of catching it, I volley it back. Kaori blinks in surprise, but her reflexes kick in and she leaps out of her chair to return it. We continue to volley the ball back and forth, and further and further away from each other, so the person has to scramble to return it. Once the ball hits the ground, we stop. My breathing is heavy as I sit down to rest. Kaori did not go easy on me. She made sure I was running around the whole time. Kaori collects the ball and comes beside me.
Thanks.
For what?
Do I need to spell it out for you?
She sighs.
Or playing volleyball, or whatever that was, with me.
Oh, sure. Were you hoping to play with the group? She shrugs.
I thought maybe it was something we could do. My sisters and I would play every time we came to the beach. It just feels off to come here and not play.
I'm glad I could help.
Normally, we'd play in the water, but I guess this will have to do.
She glances at the sky.
It's getting dark, so we should probably head back.
Okay, I'll go get showing Mayu.
Alright, I'll tell Valerie and Nina.
So that reveals that Kaori is not an only child? Okay, pack it up, you two. No PDAs. Long enough to enjoy the show. So here's the Dashu interview. We'll go to Yuna. It's cooking class. We'll do it right this time just because I want to speed things up. I know it's a guaranteed skip because I don't know if undercooking is different from overcooking it and so on. Doesn't taste how it looks. Still under the NDA? It's just son of a... Sure, ask away. I'm a natural. Kaori. I don't even remember the question. Okay, we'll go with Kaori after all. The match against Onabugesha lingers in my mind. I watched some replays of their post-matches, and they are predominantly a melee-oriented team. My best practice against them would be practice with Kaori and Aura. She doesn't answer when I call, but I make my way to the hangar anyway. When I arrive, I see Kaori is already in a simulation match. No wonder she's not answering her phone. After grabbing her attention, she agrees to play against me. I boot up Eagle and enter into a simulation with Aura. Aura thrusts forward with an aggressive stab. Actually, I want Juke City. I usually dodge her attack. Her gear loses balance and stumbles forward. Counterattack. Eagle uses counterattack. It's super effective. Aura has vented. Has been devoured.
Again!
Kaori's frustration is audible through the comm. This marks her 4th consecutive loss. She's playing too aggressively, not playing out any tactics. Let's take a break.
No! We need to keep practicing.
No, you're sucking too much. Yeah, forget that. I'm going to go play AIs. At least they'll pose a challenge.
What did you say?
You heard me.
You are being a serious ass right now.
And you are wasting both of our time. So either take a break, or I'll go practice against AIs.
Fine. We'll take a stupid break then.
Or disconnects from our virtual simulation. I do the same, then hop out of my cockpit and reconvene with Kaori at her gear. Her arms are crossed, and she has a sour look on her face. Kaori. She looks up at me. Hi. She blinks at me rapidly before her arms fall to her side and she sighs.
Hi.
I know better than to ask if you're okay, but...
Yes, I am. Sorry about earlier.
No, it's okay.
It's just, we absolutely can't lose to Ona Bugiesha.
We won't. Don't worry. Let's not forget we are currently an undefeated team. Kaori's nods slowly.
As a newly found team, I'm honestly a little surprised by our hot streak.
And we're keeping that streak going, right?
Of course. Not even May can ruin this for us.
I blink at her. Where did that come from? Regardless, her mood certainly seems to be lifted. I'm glad we got that sorted out. Kaori nods but can't quite hide her yawn. She covers her mouth and after taking another look at her, I notice bags under her eyes. Looks like she used makeup to cover it up so I wouldn't notice. Someone stayed up all night. I knew it. You're a closet party girl. We should hang out together if you want to do the nightlife scene.
Seriously, how can you still be this dumb after all this time?
Don't lie. I can see the bags under your eyes.
What bags?
Someone's not been getting their beauty sleep. Actually, now that I think about it, that explains why you're cranky all the time, too. Wham! I rub my fresh bruise, already used to her doing this. I thought you were tired. Where did all that energy come from?
Let's get back to practicing.
You're the boss. We head back into our gears and load up another simulation match. Kaori is more focused than before, no longer making such rash decisions. Ultimately, we end up going a solid training session from our duels. Before long, it becomes late and we say our goodbyes before heading home. You just told me. Skip. Who needs luck when you're this good? Let's go for a Super Smash Melee Brawl. Okay, let's take him down. Pew pew! Ah, they were all on the top. She's too slow to dodge my shot strikes through her shield. She's depowered. Watch out. The round connects to the gear, yada yada yada. It's depowered. Also depowered.
One more gear, the match is ours.
On it. So this time we're gonna stay out. Aura strikes with vigor, but is parried. May retaliates with a wide swing, which Kaori barely manages to block. I'm here.
Don't interfere!
What?
What do you mean, don't interfere?
Let me handle this!
Howdy! This isn't a simulation. It's a real match.
Yeah, what you're saying?
May is going down in a one-on-one. She won't have any excuses this way!
This is a team match. You can't put a win in jeopardy because you want to make this personal.
Yes, it's just business, Kaori. What should I do? I cut Eagle's engines.
What are you doing?
May notices my engine is off and she lunges towards Eagle. I keep Eagle still. I barely register Aura chasing after us. All I can see is May's blade ignite with energy. Her shield shimmers as it fades away. In one clean swing, I am depowered. Wait, is May depowered too? Aura is still in her final stance, her blade extended. She must have hit May at the same time May hit me.
She summons all her remaining power into her final attack so she can go for a direct gear depower.
May knew she wouldn't win 2-on-1. She went for the safest place, which was the smartest play for their overall team.
That wasn't subtle at all. Aura's blade lowers, but Kaori doesn't speak. Sho and Mayu fall silent too.
8, 20, 49, 11, are the way.
I didn't engage May, so I don't see why Kaori would be so upset.
It's because she didn't get her clean win.
What else could I have done? Sho scratches the back of his head and sighs.
That was a lose-lose situation any way you look at it.
I shrug. It's in the past now. I blink at her in confusion.
Why did you do...
Do what exactly?
I told you to stay out of it.
Which is precisely what I did. She bites back another retort.
You don't understand.
How could he? You aren't making any sense.
Our positioning was compromised, and I had no support. Those two were out of position because of an aggressive call that you made. That ended up costing us 3 depowered gears. So no, you do owe us an explanation.
This is getting out of control. I'll go check up on her.
No, let me do it.
I don't think she'll be too happy to see you right now, Sho.
He's right.
Sho frowns but doesn't protest. You guys can head out. I'll text you once everything is okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's no point you guys just staying around here.
Let us know if we can help.
Will do. I wave at the pair and jog in the direction Kaori went. The sun dips low in the sky as the evening rolls in. I search several locations for Kaori until I arrive at one of the more secluded campus quads. There's only one student sitting on the bench with a bag at her feet. Kaori's face is bent over her chest, and I can hear faint sniffles. She shouldn't be alone right now. Not when she's hurting like this. I want to wrap my arms around her and let her know that I'm here for her. There's no turning back once I do this. Should I go through with it? Kaori. She's startled by my presence and jumps to her feet.
I wasn't...
She grabs at her bag but misses.
I have to go.
I grab her hand as she turns away from me and pull her into my chest. She freezes as I wrap my arms around her. At first she doesn't move. Then she begins to squirm, but I refuse to let go. It's okay, Kaori. I'm here. You're not alone. Slowly her body relaxes, but her breathing is uneven. Tiny droplets of moisture drip onto my shoulder. I pull her closer and let her cry for as long as she needs. She returns my embrace and leans her head on my shoulder. I don't know how long we stayed like this before Kaori calms down. As her breathing steadies, I gently pull away. Kaori's hands linger on me before they drop to her side. She sits back down on the bench and I sit beside her. Are you okay, Kaori? She nods as her gaze locks onto mine.
I was being pretty stupid, wasn't I? Sho was trying to tell me I was wrong. Even Mayu was upset.
She sighs.
And the worst part is that they have every right to be mad at me. I know I'm not the easiest person to be around. And you've all been so patient with me. Just knowing that you guys are upset. That it was me who hurt my friends.
She chokes up. Friends fine all the time. Stop thinking like that. Kaori wipes roughly at her eyes. Being friends mean that we forgive each other. And believe me, they've already forgiven you. Kaori looks up at me.
You think so?
I know so. Kaori wipes away her remaining tears and takes a deep breath.
It wasn't just the match.
What do you mean?
It's just been a really stressful week. And I guess it finally got to me.
She plays with the sleeve of her blazer.
I've been putting in a lot of hours at the daycare, and midterms are coming up. I need to maintain my marks to keep my scholarships, and it's also overwhelming. And to add to all of that, we had to go against May.
Speaking of which, what's the history between you and May? She's quiet and I wonder if she'll answer.
She and I were best friends until she betrayed me.
What did she do? Kaori sighs.
It was back in middle school. I told her a secret crush I had, and she went and blurted it out to him.
You mean Ryota? She glances sharply at me.
I forgot you knew. Yeah, Ryota. Long story short, that ruined my friendship with both him and May.
Are you sure about that? May still treats you like your best friends.
I know. That annoys me even more. It's as if she doesn't believe she did anything wrong. She doesn't believe it's her fault that I lost both of my best friends.
Ryota was her best friend? For some reason, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't know you were that close with Ryota. It was a long time, though. It was a long time ago, though. It shouldn't matter now. Kaori looks questioning at me.
Well, yeah. The three of us were inseparable. That's why I can't forgive May.
I don't think that's why she acts like nothing happened. I think she's trying to reach out and make amends. I think the reason she pretends nothing happened is because she misses you.
Really?
She speaks softly, and although she tries to play it cool, I can tell she's thinking about my words. Yeah. She falls silent. I enjoy the silence with her. A soft breeze rustles the leaves in the trees and feels cool on my skin. I listen to the hum of nature and let the tranquility wash over me. Kaori stirs beside me. I think I see a blush in her cheeks.
Thanks.
Where's my reward, Kaori? What, that's all I get? All I get is a thank you? Kaori tilts her head.
Were you expecting something else?
Well, usually the hero gets a reward, and I am a hero. Kaori blinks, then nods.
Okay, I get it. Close your eyes.
Whoa, did that actually work? I close my eyes and my cheeks flush as I anticipate what's coming next. Wait. Instead, I receive a sharp flick to my forehead. I blink open my eyes and see Kaori holding back a smile.
Pervert.
I rub my forehead. What do you mean, pervert?
Your stupid grin couldn't have been more obvious. You were thinking about something weird.
Would that be so bad? To my surprise, she blushes.
Of course it would be bad, idiot! Anyways, it's starting to get late. I'm going to head home.
I nod. Want me to walk back with you?
No, it's okay. You've already done a lot for me.
Are you sure? She nods. All right. She stands up and picks up her bag.
Thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow.
I smile. See you then. When she disappears around the corner, I head back to my bike. I replay Kaori and my conversation in the quad as I drive myself home. My thoughts always slip back to that one moment when her arms wrap around my back. The house is quiet when I arrive home. I'm a little relieved as I'm exhausted, so I head straight to bed and fall fast asleep. So let's see if the skip button's enabled. Here we go. I wonder how Kaori is today. I'm about to text her when I hesitate. I don't want to seem overbearing. Kaori needs some space to process everything that happened yesterday. I'm confident she'll find me when she's ready. Hit something new here. Something like that.
Did she say it was all my fault?
There's only one.
Kaori told...
Huh. There's only one new line. always end up with this one? It seems like this one's mandatory or something. I'm gonna go on deaf. I forgot what all I chose, but I think I was trying to be pretty rude overall. Yeah, I really wonder why we always have to do that one, it seems. Because I think that's been in every single route, including the default route. And I imagine we're going to have to see it again when it's Mayu's turn, because it's her route. So, we'll pick that one, and we can, no calorie scene, so unit it is. Okay.
Wonderful. Come on up then.
As ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
You'll find the scenario options on the table over there. Once you've decided,
And you know what, let's try something meaningful. I'm sorry, we couldn't have more time together.
Don't talk like that!
I've had a coughing fit.
Save your voice.
I'll always remember the time we had. After the words came out, I fall limp into her arms.
No! Please come back to me! What will I do without you?
So...
I'll never forget you.
Which one did I...
Oh.
Okay, so the options there really don't matter. But anyway, we'll toss... what was his name? Ken or something? Okay, so this part I need to redo because this is supposed to be the deciding point for Kaori. I did this in the default route, which in turn locked me out of everything else since I didn't actually do enough of her events in the first place. But just to go over it in case you didn't see the base playthrough. As soon as I grab my phone, it rings but cuts out immediately after the first ring. That's weird. I glance at my missed calls. It was Kaori. Bet she's going to ask me about Dashi's event. I call her back, but she doesn't pick up. I shoot her a text. What's up? Then I go downstairs into the kitchen. Nobody's home again. It's like I live alone. Opening the fridge, I spot a covered plate left for me. I unwrap the foil to find oyakodon. Not a traditional breakfast, but delicious nonetheless. Nikki must have been practicing her recipes. As I take in, I glance at my phone. Still no response from Kaori. I'm starting to get a little concerned. She wouldn't call if she didn't have a good reason, so why isn't she responding? My heart drops as my mind wanders to the worst possible scenarios. She must be hurt and try to call for help. Is she unconscious? There's no other reason she'd be acting this way. As the theories race in my mind, I take a deep breath to clear my head. I'm overreacting. It's probably nothing. What if it's something? Still, she'd most likely be at her dorm right now, and campus is not far away. I can double check to make sure everything's okay. And so we shall. I need to do a few things on campus, so I'll just stop by while I'm there. No big deal, right? I grab my keys and head to Ace. After a short drive, I arrive at the academy. I recall the building Kaori led me to when she was not quite feeling herself. So I wonder if this event doesn't proc if you don't actually walk her home. Because if you don't know where she lives, I don't know if you'd have to call someone to find out where she does, or if you're just locked out. I follow a group of girls into the building and I'm about to join them at the elevator when a voice stops me.
Excuse me, may I help you?
Sounds like Mayu's voice actress. It's the front desk agent for the dorm. This is an all-girls dorm, so it makes sense that I get stopped. None of your business. I ignore her and head towards the elevators.
Excuse me.
Continuing to ignore her, I arrive in the front of the lobby. The elevators don't have buttons. They seem to be card activated. Damn.
You need a visitor's pass.
You'll have to explain your reason for visitation and sign the logbook before I can give you one.
I'm on Team Ace 204911. I need to see my teammate Kaori and Tommy.
ID, please.
I provide my student card.
Thanks. Just one moment.
Oh, crud. That was easy. I make my way towards the elevators and swipe to activate them. Following the instructions, I easily find room number 45 and knock on the door. No answer. The door flies open.
You!
Kaori blinks at me in surprise.
What are you doing here?
They call me Stalker-kun. I got tired of looking at your room with binoculars from the other building and thought I'd pay you a visit instead. Kaori rolls her eyes and crosses her arms.
Seriously?
Damn, she's getting too used to my sarcasm. Well, it might have to do with more with your response, or lack thereof. Why don't you respond to any of my calls or messages? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
As she replies, I take out my phone and call her number. I hear it ring faintly somewhere in her room. Your phone seems to be working fine.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, you called me first. Then you ignored any of my attempts to call you back. Why would you ignore me unless your phone wasn't working?
You think too much into things.
Why did you call me? I think I deserve to know, especially after I came all this way. She crosses her arms and frowns.
I didn't ask you to come over here.
I'm about to retort when my stomach gurgles.
What was that?
Uh-oh. That would be my breakfast not agreeing with me. I need to use your bathroom.
No way! You're not getting in my room!
She tries to close the door on me, but I stop her with a foot. Seriously, this is an emergency. Trust me, I won't be able to make it home.
That's not my problem!
Kaori, what is it this time?
I turn towards the voice behind me. A girl wearing shorts and a tank top stands in the hallway, her hands on her hips. She freezes when she sees me and her mouth drops open in horror. This isn't good. I'm sure all she's seen is a strange man trying to force his way into Kaori's room. This isn't what it looks like.
I'm calling security!
Kaori lets go of the door and I crash onto the floor.
Wait, Himeki! It's okay! He's one of my piloting teammates.
Really?
Himeki glares at me.
He looks like a pervert to me.
Thanks for that. I rub my head as I slowly get back up.
It's okay. He's just picking something up.
More like dropping something off.
If you say so. But I'll be here in case he tries something.
Kaori smiles.
Thanks, but he wouldn't dare.
Himeki glares at me one last time before she goes back into her room. Kaori returns to her room and closes the door behind us. Clearly irritated by what happened, she quickly points towards the bathroom.
Congratulations! You made it in. Now do your thing and leave. I'm not talking to you.
Ah, lighten up. I was hoping to have a stimulating conversation about quantum physics from the bathroom. But I guess I can flush that thought down the toilet.
I thought you really had to go.
I do. I rush into the bathroom. Kaori has even less of a sense of humor today than usual. I shut the door behind me and get comfortable on the porcelain throne. Her bathroom is pristine clean. Her items on the sink are neatly lined up and there are no stray items that shouldn't be there. Alright, time to get out of here. I reach for the toilet paper and pull off the last sheet. Oh no. She must have some in the cabinet. I open it up but can't find any extra rolls. The rest of the drawers yield the same result. Kaori? No answer. Kaori! Still no answer. Is she seriously doing this right now? Did I do this one last time? Oh, I did. How do you remember how this played out? Well, there's no toilet paper here, so I guess I'll just use this towel instead.
Don't you dare!
Oh, now she responds.
This is why I didn't want to let you in. You only cause trouble.
Aw, she knows me. This towel is so soft and fluffy. Perfect.
Stop. Just give me a minute.
Sufficiently riled, I hear Kaori open what I assume is the closet in the distance. A few seconds pass, and then I hear a knock on the door. I open the door just a crack, and Kaori thrusts her hand in. I grab the coveted roll of toilet paper, and she disappears. I'm saved. After washing my hands, I exit the bathroom. Kaori sits on her bed, her phone in hand. Thanks. She shrugs, her eyes glued to the phone.
Sure.
So, that's it then?
Huh?
You won't tell me why you called.
It's nothing.
I sigh. Alright. I can tell I'm clearly not needed here. Sorry to bother you. My hand is on the door when Kaori stops me.
Wait,
I pause. She puts down her phone.
can I ask you something?
Sure. She goes quiet and stares at her lap. Did she change her mind?
I've been looking at different exchange programs and postgraduate opportunities in North America. More specifically, in the States. I was just curious about how things are over there.
Get used to wearing a Kevlar vest.
Maybe it'd be worth exploring those options?
I think she has a different question in mind. That's not what you really want to talk about, is it? Her cheeks turn red and she quickly looks away.
Why would you think that?
Because I know you, Kaori. She looks at me with surprise, then she sighs.
Actually, there is something else.
What is it? She stands up from the bed and walks up to me. A lot closer than I was expecting. The heat flows into my face as she stares straight into my eyes.
After the match, when you...
She looks away, unsure about her words.
You know...
That's how I feel about you. Yeah, I know. Her face is as bright as her hair.
I...
She struggles to speak, glancing at everything except me.
Anime!
What?
I mean, the new season of Ninja Ranger is out. So, if you want, we can watch it. I mean, if you're not busy. Actually, you're probably busy. Forget I mentioned anything.
Netflix and chill? I grin at her. Are you asking me to Netflix and chill?
No, the episodes are downloaded.
Ah, so she's into piracy. Right, of course. I sigh. Too bad.
Let me just load it up. You can sit here.
She points to the bed. My eyes grow wide. Is she suggesting what I think? Really? Her expression matches my own when she realizes what she's implied.
It becomes a couch. The dorm is small.
True to her word, she pulls out a handle and half of the bed folds up into a backrest. I take a seat as she fiddles around on her computer and sets up the connection to her TV. She starts the first episode, then hesitates before sitting next to me. We watch the show in silence, but as I sneak discreet glances at her, I catch her sneaking glances at me too. So yeah, I'm not sneaky and more of the whole kick down the front door type. At least at the moment. I know what those looks mean. Without hesitation, I wrap my arm around her shoulder. She tenses immediately.
What do you think you're doing?
Shh, just let it happen.
Hey! You can't just do whatever you please!
Stop being such a tsundere all the time, Kaori.
Don't call me a tsundere!
I don't think she pronounced that correctly. Why? It's the truth.
I'm not a tsundere!
That's a very tsundere thing to say. She hits my chest. You're not really helping your case.
Ugh, you're such an idiot!
She frowns, but I grin. If you really want me to stop, just tell me, and I will. Ah, so we got a new CG. She snuggles closer into me in response. I try to focus on the show, but all I can think about is how her chest rises and falls with each breath she takes. I pull her in closer, and she eagerly responds by placing a hand on my chest. Her hair tickles my cheek, and I catch a whiff of her shampoo. She smells so good, like peaches in summer. I gently brush her hair away. At my touch, she glances up at me. My fingers trace the outline of her cheek. Slowly, we lean towards each other, getting closer and closer, until our lips finally meet. Kaori's kiss is surprisingly gentle. She blushes as we finally pull away, but flashes me a small smile. We run through the entire season of Ninja Ranger before we realize how late it is. After saying goodbye, I head home. I arrive home expecting an empty house, instead Nikki is lounging around. Okay, the Aunt Yuki thing. So, What did you do today?
I asked Uncle Kaito if I could work at his cafe, and today was my first day.
How was it? You finally adulted? It probably won't be that great. It'll probably be really boring anyway.
What kind of event is it?
A photo shoot. She stares flatly at me.
So not only do you get to go to what will inevitably be the best concert on Earth, but your work is just to stand around, talk, and get your picture taken?
Pretty much. Yeah.
And XZ will be there, getting his picture taken with you guys?
Yeah, he should be honored, right? Maybe. She groans and collapses onto the couch.
Everything you're saying is making me even more frustrated that I can't go.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry I can't take you, but I'll get you an autograph, okay? Okay, this time we should try to make Kaori wear the suit. She walks towards the man.
Then.
Kaori and I glance at each other and laugh. I doubt any of us imagined Mayu is capable of something so terrifying. Phrasing. Okay, swimsuit time. You're up, Kaori. It should be our fearless team captain, Kaori. Kaori blushes.
What? No way! Go to hell, you perverted idiot!
Now, I was reading that her reactions here will change if you're on her route, so let's try this one, but you're supposed to... Normally you can go to this one and get her to do it. But at the beach you look so cute and wham.
No means no!
Okay. I'm not surprised. At least you recognize you lack the necessary assets for modeling. Sho solemnly nods. Kaori's eyes widen, then she frowns.
We'll see about that.
And there you go. She stomps into the changing room and returns a moment later in a two-piece bikini. Damn, she looks even better than last time. My face feels like it's on fire. Sho is just as captivated as I am. With a hand on her hip, Kaori gives us one last challenging glare before heading to the stage.
Did she really just fall for that?
Valerie bursts out laughing while Mayu suppresses a giggle. Sho and I fist bump.
Whoa, great choice.
Kaori poses for the camera.
Excellent. Perfect.
I'm positive in that last pose she just leaned in to show off her lack of assets. I stand corrected.
This is the best day of my life.
Beautiful. Now, give me a smile.
Kaori glares at the photographer.
Never mind. Fierce is good. Let's capture Fierce.
After a few more shots, Kaori struts back to us, a smug grin on her face.
There.
I surrender with my hands up. Oh yes, you really showed us.
Yes, indeed.
Kaori, you can go change.
Kaori's face burns brightly as her hair. She hurries back into the changing room.
Who would have thought this would be so much fun?
Kaori returns wearing her previous outfit. Her face is still red.
Don't say anything.
We all look at each other and laugh.
Thank you very much. We have...
Yoink.
The things we do for our...
Okay, so there's a different line here. Kaori bobs her head in time with the music and sings along. To my surprise, she knows all the words, and she's actually pretty good. She blushes when she realizes I can hear her and stops, but there's a smile on her lips. And I'm just gonna be direct.
It's just an XZ now.
I can change that? Try me. Not my place, yada yada yada. Things have been going amazingly well between Kaori and I. Ever since I showed up unannounced in her room, Kaori has been non-stop sending me health tips and recipes. I can't tell if she's trying to hint at something, or if she's just sharing another interest with me. Either way, I use it to my advantage and get delicious Kaori-made bentos whenever I ask for samples of her recipes. I'm sure she's caught on that I just want to eat her cooking, but she doesn't seem to mind. Halloween blows.
Whatever, party pooper.
Have you not seen my masterpiece? And then here's when Yuki arrives. Play along. Fun party times.
Good. I'll see you there.
Okay, so we know that Kaori went as like a fantasy character, so I want to actually, hold on, this might be hers. Damn. Because we know what she says about what ranger do we go as? Balance. The one that she crushes on is actually a different one, I think. Well, the one we chose was Tome, it's not that one. And unfortunately, I don't really want to replay to find out just which one it is. So, we're going to try the Legolas, I want to say. Damn. You know what, I'm gonna check something, I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and looked it up. It's Forte that she crushes on. So, if you do the Ninja Ranger thing, you go as Balance, I guess. But we'll go with this one too, just to try to get a matching set with her. One of my favorite fantasy characters, Legolas. There's never been an archer as badass as him. After prepping and changing my costume, I hop on my bike and head to campus. So I'll do the entire Halloween event. I just need to remember which one Kaori is. Like, I try to remember what I did for the other ones, just so I can at least do process of elimination, but I can't at the moment.
Broseph!
Hey. Persona 4.
That's right.
That's a perfect Yosuke cosplay, man. Good stuff. His eyes wide in surprise.
Yosuke?
Yeah. He frowns.
No, not Yosuke. I'm supposed to be Yu Narakami.
Once again, if you don't know the difference, this is supposed to be the collar and the untucked shirt, I believe, or something like that. It's been a while since I saw Persona 4 stuff, to be honest. I don't see it. You definitely fit the profile of a secondary character, the protagonist's best friend.
No way! I won't settle for that role.
I'm afraid it's already been decided, because you look exactly like Yosuke in that cosplay. Looks like he's about to argue, but then sighs.
I knew I should have gotten that white wig sooner. It was still being delivered.
Could have bleached your hair white, dude. At least he accepts his fate.
Speaking of outfits...
He looks at me.
One does not simply dress up as Legolas. Where's your bow?
Did you forget about the weapon code for Ace? We are still on campus. Show blinks.
Oh, right. Good call.
Yep, you better go put your sword away. Two guys dressed as Salt and Pepper
Shall we
shakers
get
enter the
going?
building, yada
Aim
yada
it up
yada.
Hi. Whoa, there they are. Looks like they made it here before us. Come on.
Sho and I weave through the crowd and make our way to the girls.
Hey!
Yeah, like... I'm kind of at a loss as to what ones are supposed to really match up with the girls. Since the whole Catwoman thing is kind of going on with Valerie, I would say the whole Batman thing would match up with her, but just the way she is, maybe she like the cop one, or... And then maybe they're supposed to have like two that could work for them or something. That would make a little bit more sense, I guess. Sho's demeanor changes mid-word from excited to confused.
Hey there, cuties.
Hello.
Hi. I need to remember she doesn't have that line voiced all the time. Mayu smiles and waves. Sho's face is bright red and he's having trouble making eye contact. I don't blame him. Kaori is wearing a night outfit from a currently popular fantasy anime. In typical anime fashion, the armor is more aesthetically pleasing than functional. As a healthy heterosexual male, Yuna's witch costume makes it hard to focus on her face. Mayu is dressed in a cute magical girl cosplay. I am impressed by the intricacies of her costume and how well it complements her. Finally, Valerie. I think the plethora of guys ogling her speaks volumes about her Neko girl outfit. Valerie spins her tail playfully.
So, what do you boys think?
What a time to be alive!
Valerie giggles.
Let's go get some drinks?
We all nod and head over to the bar. Kaori grabs my arm before I can join the rest of the group.
Hey, you.
Hi.
Did you dress up as a fantasy character?
I nod.
It's too bad we didn't plan it together. We could have been from the same show or movie.
That would have been cool.
I mean, it still works well for you.
Kaori self-consciously places a hand on her bare hip and looks away. Like, I think I'm too far forward to actually just go back and try the Ninja Ranger thing, but oh well.
So, what do you think of this outfit?
A bit revealing. I mean, it looks good, but aren't you a bit too exposed? Kaori looks down at herself. I think I've just made her feel even more self-conscious. She looks back at me and frowns.
Well, it's what Leia wears.
Leia?
The knight! The character I'm cosplaying! This is her armor!
I wasn't trying to say it looked bad. She shakes her head and sighs.
Never mind. Just forget I said anything.
And now we go down the proper route that, well... Oh, wait a second, there's a weapon palette. What is she doing with the sword? So this is the route you choose if you don't want to risk getting stabbed. I smile warmly. You look amazing.
Really? You think it looks good?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can make anything look good. Kaori's face is as red as her hair and she smiles.
Thank you. Let's go meet up with the rest of the team.
Alright. Once we feel reconvened at the bar, we order our drinks and find an open table among the couches.
It's so unfair that I still can't have anything alcoholic.
Valerie pouts and puts an arm around Mayu.
Isn't that right?
Mayu speaks softly.
I don't want to drink even if I could.
Really? You have to at least try it once.
I feel Sho elbow my side.
If she's this excitable normally, I wonder how she'd act when drunk.
I don't even want to imagine the trouble she'd get us all into. Sho laughs.
True that, Broseph.
Hey, enough with your private conversation. Let's play a game.
Yuna perks up.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Mayu nods excitedly. Even Kaori seems interested.
Okay, what game were you thinking, Valerie?
Well, in honor of Sho's cosplay of Yosuke.
Not Yosuke!
Mayu looks surprised.
Really? I thought you were Yosuke this whole time.
Sho slumps on the table.
Not you too, Mayu!
I'm sorry. It's just, you portray him perfectly.
And that's how their relationship ended.
With that outfit, I mean.
Wasn't Yosuke the comic relief?
And a pervert.
It's like someone copied and pasted that character and changed the name to Sho. The group nods. Sho groans.
You guys are killing me here.
Yuna looks at Valerie.
What game were you thinking about? The King's Game.
The King's Game?
Mm-hmm. It's easy. We number chopsticks and give one of them a special symbol. Whoever picks the symbol is the king.
Oh, that sounds easy enough.
What can the king do? The better question is what the king can't do. He'll command one of the numbers to do something, and his order is absolute. Don't worry, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to try it.
Everyone looks at Kaori in surprise. She's the last person we would expect to agree to a game like this. She blinks at us.
What? It's only us playing. I'm sure no one is going to make an unreasonable command.
Kaori glares at Sho.
Right?
No promises. Sho shifts uncomfortably.
Right!
Then it's settled.
Valerie grabs some chopsticks and marks them with numbers, then marks one of them with a color. She shuffles them on the table, then holds them in her hand so the marks are covered.
Let the games begin.
My heart races in anticipation as we all grab a stick. I turn mine over and see the colored marking. Lucky. I watch as the rest of my friends turn theirs over. Kaori wears her best poker face. If I already have the king's stick, I wouldn't know what she had in her hand. Sho's face is one of bitter disappointment. I wonder what he had planned as king. Mayu breathes a sigh of relief. I I guess she didn't want to be the king. Valerie seems indifferent about her stick. She probably would be happy as either king or subject. Yuna looks around the table.
Who's the king?
I offer my glorious crown, chopstick.
Brosif's got it. What is your command, your majesty?
Let's think for a moment. I command... It's either 1 or 3. 4 was Valerie, 2 was Yuna. I think it's the kiss you have to ask for. Number 1, to give me a kiss on the lips. Everyone quickly checks their numbers. Some of them sign relief, while others wait in anticipation.
Whew, it's not me.
Thank God for that. That would have been weird. Who is it then? Kaori stands so quickly her chair wobbles. Her face is bright red.
I want a redraw!
The king's orders are absolute!
The rest of the group murmur their agreements with Valerie. I guess nobody wants to take Kaori's place.
What? Come on!
What's the big deal? Aren't you two dating?
Kaori's blush deepens.
Shut up!
Mayu sighs.
I'm disappointed by you, Kaori.
Huh?
Mayu looks down.
I always looked up to you, and knew I could trust you because you always keep your word. But now, I
think I hear faint sniffles.
Fine.
Mayu looks up with dry eyes and a smile on her face as if nothing happened. She's devious. Luckily, Kaori is too focused on me to notice Mayu, but judging by everyone else's expressions, they are all just as surprised by her performance as I am. Kaori marches up to me. Why, hello there.
Shut up! Don't make this worse than it is.
She sits down next to me and places both her hands on the space between us on the chair. She looks at me, then closes her eyes and aims for my cheek. No dice. As she leans in, I turn my face so her lips meet mine. Kaori quickly opens her eyes and pulls back.
You? Why? Don't just... I can't... You...
Kaori hits my chest, but her face is bright red as she avoids eye contact with me. She shifts uncomfortably and breathes out in a huff. I never knew I could make Kaori speechless.
Kaori is so adorable when she's like this.
Shut up!
Aw, she is.
Shut up!
I always knew she...
Kaori smacks Sho hard on the arm.
They all said something! Why am I the only one being assaulted?
Because you're an idiot!
The group bursts into laughter. Kaori sits down, arms crossed and pouty, but I know her well enough to know that she is actually happy underneath that angry facade. It's Valerie who calls this early. For a second there, I thought we were getting another Kaori scene. I didn't have to cancel everything. Got 99 problems. But a curse ain't one.
Yeah, I'll study better once I've had a short break.
You should go too, Kaori. It wouldn't nearly be as fun without you there. Kaori's cheeks turn pink.
Oh, does that mean you're going too?
Only if you are. Her face redens even more.
I guess I can go. But we can't stay longer than a day.
Of course not. We'll be back the following morning.
We better be, or I'm coming back without you.
Sho throws his arms around us.
Yes, the gang's all going.
We'll just do the Yuna one since we should be able to skip it. This is when she goes Princess of Tennis on us. Just keep your head in the game, you'll do fine. Letter vent. Books. Time flies. Kaori. I wonder what Kaori is up to. I pull out my phone and give her a call.
Hello?
Hey, Kaori.
Hi.
Are you busy?
I'm just about to head to the daycare. It's going to be an extra busy day.
Extra busy?
Yeah. We're understaffed since one person is on vacation and another person called in sick.
Maybe I can help. Hello?
If that's what you want, then I guess you can help. But don't forget it's still work.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't start this again.
Yes. Kaori disconnects the call before I can finish. Rude. Oh well, I better not be later cowardly angry. I find my bike and drive to the daycare. The part that I enjoy most about the whole ma'am thing is I can totally see myself doing that in real life. When I arrive, Kaori is nowhere to be found. I follow a group of adults into the building. They're either parents or staff, but either way they'll get me to where I need to be. Considering that there are no kids tagging along, I think it's safe to say that they're staff. We pass through one of the children's playrooms and continue into an office in the back. Kaori is there with another guy discussing something I can't hear. She nods in greeting when I enter. Once everyone gets situated, the guy clears his throat.
Hello, everyone. I know we haven't had one of these staff meetings in a while, but it's going to be a bit busy today since Daiichi is on vacation and Hibiki called in sick. Luckily, Kaori's friend has offered to help out, so we'll only be short one man instead of two.
Yeah, but I only count as one half. Everyone stares at me as he smiles in my direction. Hi. I'm Hiro. Happy to help.
Glad to meet you. I'm Eito Iwasa. Since we'll have to do a little shuffling with coverage, here are everyone's roles for today.
Eito checks his clipboard and goes down on a list of names. Kaori watches silently as Eito takes charge. Once he's finished, he looks at me.
Since you're from ACE, we'll have you tutoring the older kids.
I nod.
Kaori and I will attend to the toddlers and younger kids.
Wait, Kaori won't be tutoring with me? I want to be signed with Kaori. Is there any way I could help Kaori with the younger kids? The group starts whispering to each other. I guess I look like that guy. Kaori glares at me in warning, but Eito remains calm.
I don't mind switching if that's what you're more comfortable with. How much experience do you have with younger kids?
Not much.
A few months?
Less. He frowns.
The younger children need a lot more attention and guidance than the older kids.
Kaori snaps before Eito can continue.
You can take care of the older kids. Aito and I have more experience, so we will take care of the younger kids.
So let's go back and choose the other one, because I'm kind of curious if she's actually going to be in a better mood. A twinge of jealousy makes my mouth taste stale, but I swallow it back down. It does make sense that the more seasoned staff are volunteers to take care of the younger kids. I'd be concerned if they stuck some random guy with no childcare experience in there instead. Although my brain sees reason, my heart still sees red. Everyone's rules, damn it. Seeing a new face, the kids keep interrupting me to ask questions about myself. They're especially curious because I didn't look very Japanese. They asked about where I was from, what it was like back home, what it was like to be a pilot. I tried hard to keep their focus on their homework, but it was a lot tougher than I expected. Finally, I gave up and answered their questions. Once their questions were out of the way, they were able to focus on their homework. Although they tried hard, most of the children had difficulty grasping the material. I could tell they were frustrated, so I tried to think of different ways of explaining some things, which helped immensely. I understand why Kaori is so adamant for there to be there for these kids, even when she's exhausted. After a while, it looks like everyone's on track. Knowing that Eito and Kaori are alone together still makes me uneasy. I'll go see how Kaori is doing. It doesn't take long to find the younger kids. All I had to do was follow the sounds of shrieks and laughter. I gently push open the door and see Kaori surrounded by children. Both of her arms are full of kids, and one even hangs off her back. The rest hug her legs. Although Kaori weakly protests, the huge smile on her face gives away her true feelings. I've never seen her this happy before. A chorus of Miss Kaori circles her as the children compete for her attention. Suddenly, the child on Kaori's back slips. With a sharp yelp, she grabs a strap on Kaori's clothing.
Careful!
The strap falls off her shoulder as she bends down so the child can land softly on a table.
I got it.
Eito gently places the strap back onto Kaori's shoulder. I wait in secret glee for the impending doom Eito has inflicted upon himself by touching her, but to my surprise, Kaori doesn't react. For a second I was misreading it, but okay. As Eito tries to take one of the kids out of Kaori's hands, the child looks at Eito for a second, then burrows her face into Kaori's shoulder. Kaori laughs.
I don't think she wants to leave anytime soon.
Ada laughs too.
I can't really blame her.
If it were anyone else, Kaori would have slapped them for touching her so intimately. I'm cool. As much as it bothers me to see Ada interact with Kaori like that, I have to remain calm. This isn't the type of environment where causing a scene would be appropriate. Now that I've had a chance to breathe and assess the situation, what happened isn't actually a big deal. Besides, Kaori is a one-man girl. I needn't be so insecure. I take another deep breath. After getting myself in order, I head back to the tutoring room. Another hour passes by in a blur, and before long, the parents trickle in to collect their children. The kids whine that they want to stay longer with Miss Kaori, but their parents urge them home. After all the kids have gone, the staff wave goodbye to each other and pack up to go home too. Before I go, I want to catch up with Kaori. Kaori finds me first.
Hey, you. Sorry, we didn't have much of a chance to hang out today.
It's okay.
I did see you come into the toddler's room earlier, but you left before I could say hi.
You had your hands full. Kaori smiles.
I heard the kids talking about you to their parents. They really liked you.
Well, they're not very good judges of character. She takes a step closer to me and her face turns red. She goes on her tiptoes and pecks me on the cheek. I blink, surprised by her bold display of public affection.
That's your reward.
I should offer to help out more often if that's going to be my reward. Kaori's blush deepens.
I'm almost ready to go. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Sure. I wait for Kaori as she packs up her things. I can't remember why I was feeling insecure in the first place. I have nothing to worry about. I couldn't have asked for a better day. After I gather all my things, I drive home. So this is the mother's birthday, I think? I'll have a busy day of frolicking in the hot springs tomorrow. Soon, I'll be dreaming about Kaori steaming up the hot water. So I think we have 2 date scenes left or something before it's actually all done. Okay, here we go. I survey the flowers and trees around me. Bright petals of color sway gently in the breeze, and a few of them float towards our feet. I wonder how they keep this place so green at this time of year. As I glance around the group, everyone seems to be focused on the greenery around us. I scan the field of flowers and I'm impressed by the size and scope of the garden. It seems to go on forever. While we meander along, I spot a few trees with low-hanging branches, full of ripe berries a few paces off my path. My stomach growls in response. Yummy yummy. I surreptitiously check to make sure no one is watching. Satisfied, I sneak off the path and head straight for the trees. The plump berries are a bright shade of red. My mouth waters at the thought of eating them. I pick a handful and I'm about to put them in my mouth and somebody slaps them right on my hand. Ow! I look over to see Kaori scowling at me. What do you do that for?
You can't just shove the first thing you see into your mouth.
Well, you can tell she has experience dealing with kids. I snort as I try to hold back a retort. Kaori does not seem amused.
You have to pay attention. They might be poisonous.
Nonsense, they're bright and red. That means they're perfectly safe, right? I don't even bother holding back this laugh. Kaori, why would a beautiful garden like this, frequented by all types of people, including children, have poisonous berries? Instead of answering, Kaori points to a sign posted beneath the tree. Danger, do not eat. Oh. Kaori crosses her arms but wears a satisfied smirk. They should post that sign up higher. Who's going to see it so close to the ground?
Children. The ones who are most likely to eat things they shouldn't.
Touché. I look at Kaori again and smile. Of course she'd be the one to notice I'm away. As much as she pretends not to care, I'm still surprised by what a big heart she has. Kaori frowns.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I had no idea you cared so much about me. She blinks in surprise, then looks away as her cheeks turn pink.
I don't. I just don't want you to die yet. Not until we've played our last match for the semester.
My smile broadens at her response. That's a strange way to show your affection. Her blush deepens.
Don't be stupid!
Let me show you what affection is. Our lips lock in a passionate kiss, and I scoop her into my embrace. At first, Kaori tenses up in surprise, but then quickly melts into the kiss. She slowly pulls away and tries to catch her breath. Her face is bright red, but a broad smile is on her lips. That is how you show affection. She playfully hits my arm, but laughs anyway. We spent some time together before rejoining the group. Definitely like how Kaori answers some of these questions. I don't want you to die yet. I'm so comfortable. So here we have Valerie reciting her manual. Who cares? Oh, something happened. You know what? Let's see if Kaori will respond differently.
I haven't eaten since lunch. I think I'm allowed
I
to be
can't go
hungry.
back that far. Oh well. Show? Oh, right.
This might just...
Sounds good.
Then let's get started. The adventure...
Maybe Kaori would like this. What is it, a wooden doll? Sure, whatever. It's the forbidden fruit, that's the sweetest show. As long as you can decipher what he says. I like how it hovered on that one.
Okay, thank you. I'd better get to studying too.
Kaori locks eyes with me.
I'll see you later.
It sounds less like a suggestion, more of a statement. My cheeks turn pink. Just as I'm about to dial Kaori's number, she calls me instead. I answer. Hey.
Hi. Are you busy?
Not particularly. What's up?
Did you want to come to the gym with me? I'm going to try a new routine and would like to have a spotter.
Yeah, sure thing. The gym in the rec center?
Yes, thanks.
No problem. See you there. I make my way to the rec center and quickly get changed. Once I'm done, I enter the gym. Kaori's in her gym uniform, and I stifle a laugh. I thought I'd be used to it by now, but I'm not. Hey, Kaori. She nods.
Hi. Thanks for agreeing to help.
No problem. I was going to get a workout in anyway. So, what's this new routine you have planned? She hands me her phone, and I scroll through.
I've mainly been doing endurance training, and would like to incorporate more mass building.
Why would you want to gain mass as a girl? I raise an eyebrow. Mass building? She nods, but her eyes narrow. I mean, you look really good right now. I'm not sure why you'd want to get big. She hits me hard on the arm. That stings. Ow.
Because trying to knock some sense into someone as dense as you requires a lot of strength.
I rub my fresh bruise. You seem plenty strong already. Kaori glares at me. But do as you wish. So that's our cue to go back. What's the occasion? Kaori shakes her head.
Not particularly. My routine was just getting a bit too repetitive, and this will be a nice change of pace.
Fair enough. Are you ready to start then? She nods and we find an empty bench. She begins gathering weights and adds them to the bar. And keeps adding weights. My jaw drops as she adds 100 pounds to the bar. Is this petite girl for real? Kaori lies down on the bench and I stand by her head. She adjusts her grip and focuses her breathing, then lifts the bar off and begins her reps. Although I knew Kaori took her fitness seriously, I'm still impressed. She's attracted a few more onlookers too, so I'm not the only one impressed. With one final exhale, she places the bar back on the bench.
Alright, warm-ups are done.
Those were just warm-ups? She adds another 20 pounds to her weights and repeats her reps. After she's completed her set, she slides out from under the bench and wipes her face with a towel. Jeez, how much of her weight is just muscle? Benching more than your body weight is very impressive.
Thanks.
Suddenly her face turns pink and she hits me on the arm.
Hey! Don't try to guess my weight!
I grin. Guilty as charged.
Okay, your turn now.
I mainly do cardio at the gym to stay fit and occasionally do endurance training. I don't think I can bench much more than her. How do I want to play this? Go with the safe 100 pounds and high reps. I pull off 20 pounds and slide onto the bench. Kaori spots for me as I begin my reps. After 3 sets, I finish.
I didn't know you do endurance training, too.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in becoming a beefcake. Kaori grins, clearly amused. I don't really want to go back. I don't think the other ones have anything important to say. We run through the rest of her routine, one exercise after another. She times her rest periods down to the second and diligently follows the mantra of one more rep. I follow her routine as well. It's definitely more challenging than the typical stuff I do at the gym. Once we've completed her list, Kaori turns to me.
Do you have any specific exercises you want to do?
I shake my head. That was a solid workout. Kaori nods. She gathers the weights and places them back where she found them, then wipes down the equipment.
Come on.
I follow Kaori towards the mats. What are we doing now?
Stretching.
Oh.
You don't want to be stiff, right?
Right. Kaori loosens up and shakes out her limbs, then begins with basic stretches as I follow suit. As she interlaces her arms behind her, she glances over at me.
Actually, do you think you can help me stretch? I can help you too. Here. Pull on my arms.
I move behind her and gently pull her arms back. Is this good?
Mm-hmm.
As I hold her in position, I look up at the mirror in front of us and straight at Kaori's chest. I quickly look away. With her arms pulled back like that, it leaves her chest wide open. Thankfully, her eyes are closed so she can focus on her breathing.
Next, stretch.
I drop Kaori's arms. She gets down on the mat and lies down on her stomach.
Hold me under the knee and help me lift my leg up.
I have never been more thankful to be the person who created Japanese gym uniforms. I admire the perfect roundedness of her derriere and the slight jiggle as she lifts her leg.
Hey, did you hear me?
Huh? Oh, right. I kneel down beside her and do as she asks, gently holding her leg up.
Wait, I need support for my lower back. Can you put your hand there?
You don't have to ask me twice. I rest my hand on her lower back, right above the curve of her butt, and lift again. Too much? She shakes her head.
No. A little more?
As I lift her leg higher, her uniform bottom rides up, revealing firm porcelain flesh. I avert my gaze as my heart beats faster. Do I tell her or just pretend I don't see this?
Okay, your turn.
I let out the breath I didn't realize I was holding as Kaori untangles herself from her position. Sounds about right. She sounded like she was folding up into some kind of puzzle there. A human Gordian knot, if you will. I'm good. We can continue with your stretches. She shrugs and lies down on her back and lifts one leg.
Can you push my leg forward?
I hover over her and hold her up by her calf to gently apply pressure.
No, you have to be lower. I need your support for my leg.
Lower where?
Kneel down and push that way.
I do as she asks, and she holds her legs straight against my shoulder.
More!
I lean in, using my body to help her keep her legs straight.
Still more?
Scooting even closer, I gently lean in a little more. The back of my neck tingles, and I look around the room at the myriad of eyes on me. After glancing in the mirror, I quickly break away from her. From that angle, it looks like I'm... My face reddens. Kaori bolts strap and frowns.
Why'd you stop?
Yeah, it's gonna be more fun if we explain. Or go this one. Why did I stop? Let's keep going. No reason, let's get back in position. How's that feel?
Good.
I grin. Are you sure? Do you want me to go deeper?
Well, maybe a little.
I chuckle softly as I apply more pressure. Kaori frowns.
Why are you laughing?
I'm just happy to get a chance to be so close to you.
Oh!
She blinks and then turns her face away from me, towards the mirror. When she notices our position in the mirror, her eyes grow wide, her face turns bright red. She pushes me away. Why'd you stop?
Because you...
I smirk. She wants to call me a pervert, but no, she can't because I was only following instructions. Was I doing it wrong?
No!
Did it not feel good? Her blush deepens.
That's enough! We're done with stretching!
So we have to go back quite a ways with this
Why?
one.
Well...
Explain why. I think that's enough stretching for now. She looks curiously at me.
What's going on?
Well, it's a little uncomfortable.
No, the pressure was okay. I've been working on my flexibility, so a little burn is good.
No, I mean for me.
Huh?
You seriously don't see it.
See what?
Alright, go back. When we get back into the same position, I gesture towards the mirror. What does that look like to you? She looks blankly at the mirror, then let her eyes grow wide as her face turns bright red. She scoots away from me.
I think that's enough stretching for today.
Right. We put the mats away and head towards the locker rooms. Right before we split to get changed, she grabs my hand and looks down.
Thanks for helping me today. You did really well.
I'm glad you asked me to join you.
We should do this again.
Definitely. She hesitates, then her cheeks turn pink as she quickly kisses me on the lips.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Before I can answer, she disappears in the women's locker room. A smile spreads across my face as I enter the men's locker room. We'll definitely have to do this again soon. I quickly get changed, then meet Kaori out front.
So, there was something I wanted to ask you.
What's up?
AnimeCon is this weekend, and I was thinking maybe we could go together. But only if you want to.
I grin. Sure, that sounds like fun.
Really? Okay.
I think this is the first time I've seen her smile, but I'm not 100% sure. Kaori smiles. She seems genuinely excited for it.
I better get back to studying.
I nod. I'll see you later. She waves a small smile still on her lips as we part ways. Everything will be fine. Oh, this is the final battle. We can use this in our favor. Of course. Valid concern.
Depending on the battle condition, it might be worth going for the...
This will be a glorious duel. Boost. Huh, this sucks. Can't block. When in doubt, follow the plan. I need to keep Akira out of play for as long as I can. I alter my energy output to play defensively and raise my blade in case I need to block or parry. I cautiously watch Phoenix, who activates again and rushes towards me. With my defensive protocol enabled, I can easily parry his blow and return to my defensive stance. Phoenix charges forward again, swinging the scythe to the right, which I manage to block. Without a second's hesitation, Phoenix spins and lands an energy fist in the eagle's front arc. My shield shimmers as it absorbs the blow, a blow which otherwise could have taken out Akira in one strike. I keep a watchful eye on my stats. I won't be able to delay him for too long before he'll wear me down. That's okay. Stay focused. I block blow after blow. Those which make it through my defenses are absorbed by my shield. Even with no energy output on offensive or thrusters, Akira's skillful attacks are rapidly connecting, depleting my overdrive reserve. Looks like I won't be able to sustain any more attacks after this. Phoenix charges towards me one last time as I brace for the final blow. Phoenix hovers on top of me mid-swing, but the red glow has disappeared. In fact, all of its energy is gone. Did it just get depowered? This is very reminiscent of how Eagle suddenly depowers after overdrive mode. This is way too similar to be coincidence. Although Phoenix can't move, Eagle still can. I glance at the timer. Only 45 seconds have passed. A wan smile graces my lips. Looks like Eagle's core is still one of a kind.
Kira's depowered?
What? Are you serious?
Right, there's still a match going on. No time for dilly-dallying. With my overdrive mode still good for about 2 minutes, I speed towards my teammates and assess the damage. Sho and Mayu were depowered, but took out one of the opposing gears and dealt damage to the others. Aura is struggling to hold off 2 gears at once. Her armor's riddled with dents and dings. She's definitely seen better days. I'm here. With Eagle and Aura back to back, we both ready ourselves.
We can still do this!
Of course. Let's go. I spawn an energy shield in front of us to block the incoming shots as Kaori charges in, safe behind the protective wall. As soon as we're within melee range, we engage the remaining gears. My shield wavers as Kaori duels one of Reborn, but it hardly matters. Her blades are a blur as they slice through the air, and she soon has the opposing gear on the defensive. My opponent can barely withstand Eagle's overdrive attacks, and although he managed to get a few strikes in, I ultimately depower him. My overdrive mode expires shortly after, so I turn my attention to Kaori's battle. Even though both her and Reborn's gear are damaged, Aura is in much worse condition from the battle before. We'll be positive. There's only one left. You got this.
That's right!
Go, Kaori!
Let our cheers give you courage. Aura readjusts and readies her weapon, as does the other gear. They charge at each other in a clashing of blades. They seem evenly matched in their struggle until Aura uses a sudden burst of energy to overwhelm the opponent and knocks its blade away. Then she strikes. The blow depowers the enemy gear, but depowers Kaori as well. She used all her remaining energy to deal the final blow. The arena is eerily quiet. Even the announcer is silent.
Hold on, folks. We'll have to check the replay on that.
The air is thick in my cockpit. I'm acutely aware of how my breath comes in ragged pants. Please, let us be victorious. An image projects on the stadium billboard. Aura and the Reborn gear's blades are locked. I hold my breath as the video unfolds. Aura forces the enemy blade away and strikes. The gear depowers, and only 1 second later Aura depowers, which means
Ace 204911 continues their undefeated streak!
the ground shakes beneath my feet as the stadium rumbles with cheers and applause. We won.
We did it, brosif!
Kaori lets out a loud cheer as Mayu laughs. I stare out into the crowd, hardly able to register what's going on. The people, the noises, the acrid smell of burnt metal, it's sensory overload. But we did it. We actually did it. With the match finished, gear controls are restored.
I think we can all agree that this was the best preseason match, bar none. Am I right?
I try to collect my thoughts, but they're just scattered as before. I barely register my teammate's arrival. Sho suddenly throws an arm around me and pulls me close, nearly choking me.
You were awesome out there!
Thanks. I want to share in Sho's jubilation, but I can't stop thinking about how another gear other than Eagle is able to go into overdrive, if only for a short while.
I can't believe we beat Akira and his team!
Mayu's cheeks are flushed with excitement, and she wears a small smile.
We got lucky we won this time. It was a really close call.
Oh, come on, Kaori. We won against Akira! No matter how close a call it was, we still beat the #1 team at Ace!
That may be true, but they're still the #1 seeded team.
With this victory, we should at least solidify a position in the top 3!
I suppose that's true, too.
She lets a smile escape, but clearly there's still something on her mind.
But isn't anyone else concerned by Akira's overdrive ability?
Yes. I've been trying to figure that out. As far as I know, only Dad understood that kind of technology. So how the hell did Akira get a hold of it?
If he knew about this, then he's got a lot of questions to answer.
He never used it in any previous battles, so this must be a recent addition.
I need to talk to him. Show nods. I'm glad my teammates understand. With all these questions floating around in my mind, I can't enjoy our win.
Alright, you go take care of business first. But don't forget, today you are still a winner.
We are the champions, my friends. As soon as I get all this figured out, we are going to celebrate properly.
We'll be waiting for you.
I'm going to see if I can still catch up with Akira. The team nods and I head towards the hangar.
Hey, I believe congratulations are in order.
Thanks. His smile is genuine, but something about him is different.
It's been a long time since I've had a match that close. What a rush. That type of feeling is intoxicating, isn't it? It's the reason I want to be a professional wargamer.
Even though he lost, there's no bitterness in his voice. In fact, he now speaks to me as if we're equals. Yeah, but that's not why I'm here. I didn't get a chance to say this before, but that was a great match back there. Towards the end, I wasn't quite sure who was going to come out victorious. Akira's smile returns.
Same here. Congrats again on your win.
Thanks. Akira glances past me. So yeah, there's such a small change in text when you win. I don't feel much like celebrating. The team members that are sent, the mood is completely ruined, which is too bad because this was the win we'd been waiting for. Once I get to the bottom of this, I promise we will celebrate properly. It would be nice if you could actually have the celebration, you know, where they get completely hammered. Sho wakes up with a lampshade on his head, and so on. Assuming they still have lampshades here. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen one. Maybe in Yuna's house or something? I wake up from some vigorous shaking and open my eyes to the familiar frown of my favorite fiery redhead.
Hey! Wake up!
Man, she has more unique costumes than anyone else, doesn't she? Still groggy, I have no more response. How did you get in here?
Nikki let me in and told me you were still sleeping. Now wake up!
It's time to sleep. You sleep too. No, I'm not waking up.
What?
I reach out from under my bed and grab Kaori's arms, then pull her into me. She loses her balance and her torso falls on top of me in my bed.
Hey! Let me go!
She begins to pull away, but I hold her close. Her face is inches away from my own, and her hair tickles me as it falls around her face. I gently kiss her cheek. She pauses, and I can feel the warmth in her face as I kiss her cheek again. Join me. She hesitates, then tries to pull away again.
No! We have to!
Another voice calls out, interrupting Kaori.
Geez, guys, at least close your door.
But then you can't watch. Nikki pops her head into the room and makes a look of disgust before closing the door for us. Kaori breaks free from my grasp and leaps away from me as soon as she hears Nikki's voice.
Nothing's happening!
Not since she interrupted. I hear Nikki's laughter clearly from the other side of the door.
Likely story.
Kaori whirls on me. Her face is even redder than I thought was possible.
Idiot!
Kaori pouts.
Ugh, forget it.
I was just teasing. I'll get up. She crosses her arm like she doesn't believe me. I'm about to throw off my blankets when I remembered what I decided to wear to bed last night. You might want to look away for a second.
Why?
Let's do it. A mischievous grin spreads across my face. Because of this. I flip the blankets off of me and reveal my boxers in all their glory. Kaori averts her eyes and whirls away from me.
You idiot! Why are you naked?
I'm not naked.
You may as well be.
It's not like I was expecting anyone to show up in my room this morning.
So? Are you trying to tell me you always sleep naked?
Well,
Idiot!
Hurry up and get dressed!
I shrug and swing my legs over the bed.
Wait!
What? Kaori races towards the door.
At least wait for me to leave first.
Why? You've already seen them.
That's not the point!
Before I can respond, she pulls open the door and slams it shut behind her. I can't stop the grin on my face. She's so cute when she's flustered. I slide out of bed and grab my clothes. After I get dressed, I let Kaori back into my room while I head to the washroom to freshen up. When I return, Kaori's already sitting at my desk. She looks up as I join her.
Here.
My tablet pings with a notification as I set up my books and notes. I open the attachment she sent me.
These are the templates I use for my study guides. I thought they might be helpful for you.
I'm impressed as I scan through the template. Kaori definitely takes her studies seriously because these are all really thorough guides. Thanks. These look great. She nods but seems pleased.
Okay, let's get to work.
We stay together for a few hours before Kaori has to leave. I got through most of my classes with her here to help quiz me, and feel pretty confident about our session together. After I walk her to the bus stop, I come home and head straight for my bed. I need a nap after that intense session. Before long, I'm fast asleep. So, nothing really special for that one.
Pretty sweet, huh?
So, what I don't get is... like, is there no big event for Kaori? For Valerie, you go to the amusement park. For Yuna, it was to the campsite. For Kaori, do you just study, or what? Oh, the anime convention, right. I knew I was forgetting something. So we'll do this day properly. Or, I thought the alarm would go off, I guess not. Before my alarm sounds, I blink open my eyes and hop out of bed. AnimeCon is today, and I can't think of a better person to go with than Kaori. I quickly get ready, then scavenge the fridge for food. I need to stock up on my calories so my pockets won't be gouged by overpriced mediocre venue food. That totally sounds like me. Nikki is working at the restaurant today, and Uncle Kaido and Aunt Yuki have gone on some sort of trip together. I don't really know where, but they were in even more of a hurry to leave than I am. As I eat, I browse my tablet and check out the different options for the con today. There are panels held by all sorts of people, cosplay contests, and lots of merchandise for purchase. I wish I could check out everything. Once I'm done eating, I clean up, then drive myself to the train station. Kaori waits on the platform. Hey. She turns around at the sound of my voice and smiles.
Hey.
All ready to go?
Of course! I mapped out the most effective way to see all the best panels and guest stars, while still leaving time to browse around the marketplace.
Damn, she takes this seriously. Is there a situation she doesn't have to strategize? Still, I did say I wanted to hit as much as possible. Sounds like a game plan. So yeah, she's definitely a type A personality here. Like the highest degree of A from what I'm guessing. Soon our train pulls into the station and we quiet down as we get on. The hum of the motor makes me sleepy and my eyes droop. Kaori stares out the window. I wonder what she's thinking. After a lengthy ride, we arrive in the city and head to the convention center. The first thing I notice is the sheer number of people. I feel like I'm back in New York. After living in Isokasi for so long, I've almost forgotten what a crowded room feels like. I drink in the sights and sounds, the constant buzz of laughter and chatter hangs heavy in the air, and circles around the lines of booths. I try to read all the posters, especially the ones with cute girls on them. Suddenly, Kaori grabs my arm and I chill back to reality, already feeling guilty. She wasn't paying attention to me though. She points to a group of cosplayers dressed as Ninja Rangers.
Look!
Go get a picture with them.
You don't think they'll mind?
I think they'd enjoy the attention.
Okay.
She seems giddy as she practically bounces over to the group. I see them all grin and nod enthusiastically, and Kaori motions for me to take a photo. As I pull out my phone, the Rangers surround Kaori, and each strikes their character's signature pose. It's like I'm looking at a real Ninja Rangers poster.
Thanks, guys.
They give her a thumbs up, seemingly pleased with themselves. Kaori returns and looks at the picture.
That actually came out pretty well.
She doesn't have to sound so surprised. I'm an expert photographer.
Oh, sorry. I probably should have asked if you wanted your photo taken.
I shake my head. It's fine. I'm just here to soak in the environment. She nods, then grabs my hand.
Come on, let's go check out the first panel on our list.
Kaori seems to know exactly where she's going as she drags me through the crowd. Finally, we stop before a big sign that says how to make visual novels. So are they gonna go in the direction I'm predicting they're gonna go with this one? Let's see. I didn't know you liked visual novels. She shrugs.
I guess it never came up.
I bet Kaori plays them for the same reason I do. Okay, let's bite. Because hentai. I grin. Oh, it all makes sense now. Kaori raises an eyebrow.
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't worry. Even the eroge VNs can have good storylines and character development. I'm not judging you. Kaori's face flushes.
That's not why I play them.
But you do play them.
You're twisting my words. I play them for the story. I skip any of the other stuff.
Sure. Kaori punches my arm, although more gently than she usually does.
Stop being a pervert.
I rub my arm. Still hurts.
Anyway, I think learning how to make a visual novel would be interesting.
It would be. Let's go find good seats. Kaori nods and we head inside. Before long, the room fills up and the panelists take their seats in the front of the room.
Hello, everyone.
Yep, it's
I'm
them.
Dishu from Pixel Face, and these are my colleagues.
So these are the developers, if you didn't know. And on that topic, you have to wonder, what do these guys actually know about making a visual novel? I mean, has anyone actually seen any proof that they know what they're doing? The team in turn introduces themselves as Katie, Sunimu, Rishu, and Chris.
So, who's ready to make a visual novel?
The crowd cheers in affirmation. I look over at Kaori, who watches attentively.
Let's talk about how to make a school slice-of-life romance visual novel.
What does this guy know about this, anyway?
We have a 4-step approach to this. First, you should pick popular character tropes for the romance options and make them all into waifu material.
So, I talked about this during Valerie's route, but if you're unaware, there were only supposed to be 2 romance options originally, Valerie Yuna. It was Kaori and Mayu added by request. So right here they're already contradicting themselves to a certain degree. Unless they just wanted, like, the fans to like Mayu and Kaori without actually being able to date them.
I would highly recommend including at least one tsundere archetype, since it seems to be a popular choice.
It'd be nice if this game had one of those, don't you think?
Secondly, make sure you have an abundance of comedy. Clever fourth wall breaking may be appropriate.
Yeah, he needs to teach that one to the Disgaea developers.
Thirdly, you want to make sure the player is engaged. Give them choices so they feel immersed and active in the world.
Kind of funny they have this one when you think about the battle system. I don't know about that. Choices that don't do anything feel hollow.
And lastly, you must include words and phrases like Oni-chan, Sugoi desu ne, Senpai, and Baka at every possible opportunity.
So, did anyone else throw open their mouth right there? So if you don't know your Japanese, Oni-chan is the, like, extremely casual way of saying brother, big brother specifically. Sugoi desune, this one is, isn't it wonderful or something like that? Desune is, like, along the lines of right? You're asking that as kind of like a question. Something, something, right? You're looking for confirmation of it. Sugoi, I think, means wonderful or something like that. Like Superashi means wonderful, or marvelous, or something like that. There's a few different ways to translate stuff, but hopefully you get the gist of it. I'm trying to think back to Tales of Symphonia, how they translated Rain always walking around screaming Superashi. I don't know if it was marvelous or what. Senpai is the title for upperclassmen, Baka means stupid. And the worst part is these two are the really big offenders.
If people start saying your project is for weeboos, then you're on the path to success.
The panel continues and each person elaborates on their specific role. They provide a lot of insider information, the crowd seems to be enjoying it. It's refreshing to see that although these guys take their craft seriously, they certainly don't take themselves seriously. Additional to this, they provide inside information about budgeting for any development. We learned that sometimes compromises have to be made due to limited resources, such as black silhouettes instead of full sprites for extra characters or even cameo characters. Dishu reassures us that as developers, you can trust your fanbase to understand. Yeah. Right. He's clearly never been surrounded by a mob with torches and pitchforks. And unfortunately that happens a lot more often for heroes than you'd probably imagine.
That's it from us. Thank you all for coming out.
The crowd claps as they exit. Kaori and I also head out. What'd you think? She perks up.
It was really good. They covered a broad range of subjects.
Agreed. So what's next on the agenda?
Well, I'm looking forward to the panel with singer Amal. It's not for another hour, though. So, let's go explore the market.
Amanda Lee, I think, is Kaori's voice actor, if you didn't know, and yes, she actually is a singer. She has a channel on YouTube with a bunch of cover songs for Japanese anime. Sounds good to me. We head off to the marketplace and browse all the booths. There's merchandise ranging from mangas, wall scrolls, cosplays, mock weapons, artwork, and tons more. So right now I'm trying to look around to see if there are any obvious references. I'm not really recognizing this one. Like, I kind of want to say this reminds me of Naruto when being looked at from behind. Part of it may be this Anbu-like mask being right there. Unfortunately, this mask is extremely common, so I can't really say it belongs to one place or another. Unfortunately, with how viral the Five Nights with Freddy's game got, most people would probably associate this as being like the puppet mask if it had the purple lines on it. Then we have the Mitsu Hakune costume with the wig up here. Then I don't know what the maid and the other one are. Is this supposed to be... no, I don't know. Various trinkets. So yeah, I'm not really recognizing a lot of this stuff. Kaori squeals and darts to one of the stalls. She picks up a stuffed yellow thing with red cheeks and squeezes it close to her cheek.
Pikachu! It's so cute!
And here I thought it was going to be some sort of Haro thing, or maybe of a Koro Sensei type thing, but it's a Pokemon wannabe. I stare at her. The last time I saw her like this was after a certain victory party and too many shots. Kaori notices my stare, then blushes and puts down the stuffed Pikachu.
If you're into that sort of thing.
I pick up Pikachu again and bounce it atop her head so it looks like it's giving her a hug. I look straight into her eyes. It's adorable. She blushes. I turn to the vendor. How much?
Wait, I can pay for it.
No.
Really? You don't...
No. I quickly tap my card against the rated before Kaori can pull out her own card. She pouts and looks like she wants to argue again. I put the Pikachu in front of my face and pretend it's talking. Don't make that face at Hero. He's just being nice. I can't really do a high-pitched voice. It'd probably kill my vocal cords, and it's kind of late, so I can't be too loud or screechy. Then I use the Pikachu to try and hug her face. She dodges, but I am relentless. I can hear her giggle.
Stop!
I grin and hand the gift to her. She smiles and squeezes it against her chest. Thank you. We wander around the marketplace for a while longer and spend equal time checking out people's cosplays as well as the booths. We found Pixel Fade's stall and made a point to look at their merch. They had some really cool art and posters featuring something called Crystalline, whatever that is. Now, I believe this is the developer's next game, which is currently seeking funding on Patreon.
It's almost time for the Amelie panel. Let's go!
Lead the way. Now, I don't actually know what her bass voice sounds like. I'm not really that into following the voice actors, I just know a little bit about them. So I don't know if this is like Kaori's voice is her normal voice or if she's changing it up any. We're about to find out. The Amal panel is already mostly full by the time we show up, but we still managed to find decent seats. A few minutes later, the crowd erupts into cheers and applause as Amal walks out. She smiles and waves as she takes her seat at the solo panel.
Hello, everyone!
So she gets her own sprite, but the Dishu guy doesn't. Well, technically it's not a sprite, it's a CG, but that's like a step up from a sprite, I'd say. The panel begins and she talks about what she has planned, including which songs will be getting covered and how songs are created. Judging by the rapt attention of the audience, everyone seems to be enjoying the discussion. Soon it comes time for the Q&A section of her panel. A line forms in front of a mic to ask her questions.
What's your favorite cover to have worked on?
The ones that are the most challenging are usually my favorite. It's fun to try something new.
So I don't know if this was actually done from a convention, like they're doing a recording from that, or if she actually took the questions from backers, donors, whatever we're going to call them. The guy grins as the next person steps up to the microphone.
Do you have any singing tips?
Emily nods and looks determined.
Practice and practice. And then when you think you've done enough, practice some more. It's a simple and boring answer, but it's the truth.
Remember, folks, to get to Carnegie Hall, you must practice. Because we only see the end result, it's easy to forget that each video includes hours of practice and work. The audience bubbles in agreement as another person reaches for the mic.
Why are your lyrics different from the source translations?
Uh-oh, it's that guy from the MeToo comments. The rest of the audience glares at him, but Amelie smiles politely.
Well, direct translations never fit the meter of the song, so they have to be altered slightly to fit and rhyme and flow.
Okay, I'm satisfied, let's get him. The guy doesn't seem content with the answer and rudely hogs the mic. People grumble in irritation, but he ignores them.
Yeah, but I took that language class in high school and used Google Translate, and it was all wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Amelie continues to smile, although I can tell now it's a little strained.
It's hard if you've never tried it yourself, but if you take a direct translation and try to sing it to the song, you'll hear how awkward it sounds.
The guy looks like he's about to ask another question, but one of the security guards reminds everyone of the one-question rule. Reluctantly, he yields the mic. The next person takes the microphone and smiles broadly.
Do you sing in the shower?
Any remaining tension dissipates as Amelie chuckles.
Yeah, and just as badly as everyone else.
We hear a yell from behind us.
Lies.
Both Amelie and the crowd laugh. The rest of the Q&A session continues without incident. There's a collective awe as Amelie concludes her panel, and everyone rushes to get her autograph. The line is so long it stretches out into the hall. Do you want to get a signature?
If it's not too much trouble, I think I'd like that.
Sure thing. We wait patiently in line. Eventually it's Kaori's turn.
Hey!
Kaori blushes and stumbles to get her words out.
Hi! Could I get your autograph?
Of course. Who should I make it out to?
Kaori, please.
Amelie nods and scribbles onto a poster.
Alright, here you go.
Kaori grabs the poster and smiles. We take a quick photo with Amelie and walk out to the hall. The line doesn't seem to have shortened any. Kaori has a dreamy look in her eye.
I can't believe I got to meet Emily!
I nod. Yeah, although I found it kind of strange. Doesn't she sound exactly like May? Ah, that's who she voices. Kaori's eyes widen.
You think so too? I was thinking the exact same thing, but didn't want to say anything in case it was all in my head.
A weird coincidence, I suppose. We both nod.
Okay. Next on the agenda...
We spend a few more hours at the con, alternating between listening to more panels and checking out the marketplace. As we run through Kaori's list and things begin to wind down, Kaori checks her phone.
It's getting pretty late. We should check into our hotel.
Sure. We managed to snag a room a few nights before at the hotel right around the corner from the event. I thought they would have been sold out, but we got lucky. We approach the front desk and Kaori provides her name. The front desk agent types her into her computer, then frowns.
I'm sorry, I can't seem to find your reservation. Do you have the confirmation number?
Yeah, hold on.
She rummages through her emails and recites a code. The front desk agent checks again and shakes her head.
I'm very sorry.
Kaori shuts her phone in front of the agent and shows her the email.
I don't understand. I booked it a few days ago. Here's the confirmation I got.
The agent reviews it.
Unfortunately, since you booked through a third-party agency, there must have been a complication, and we never received the reservation. We're at full capacity for the room type that you booked.
Kaori looks worried.
Isn't there anything you can do?
I was expecting her to blow up, but she is surprisingly calm. Kaori notices me staring at her. Nothing. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me see. We do have a suite available. Since this was a system glitch, I'll waive the upgrade costs, and we'll charge you the same price you were quoted for the standard room.
Thanks. We really appreciate that. Kaori blinks.
Thank you.
No problem. Again, sorry for the inconvenience.
She hands us her keys and goes through the usual spiel about the
We
rooms.
hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually a common thing. I can tell you that's actually happened to me once, but that was it. Kaori and I head into the elevator and find our room. We insert the key, and as we walk in, my jaw drops. Does this remind anyone else of the room with Valerie? Just saying. The suite is beautifully furnished with a king bed and a chaise lounge. A two-person dining room table and chairs by the wide window which overlooks the city. Soft candlelight castes playful shadows on the rose petals scattered on the bed, and a box of chocolates is enticingly opened on the pillows. We're gonna have to pay for those, aren't we? A suite, huh? More like a honeymoon suite. My eyes drift back to the one bed in the room. I don't know if I'm ready, Kaori. My cheeks flush. This is all moving so fast. Kaori stammers out a reply, her face equally red.
It's not what you think. I originally booked 2 beds.
She stomps to the phone and dials the front desk.
What is this room? The room I booked had 2 beds. There's only one in here and other weird things.
Like a mogwai or what?
What do you mean there are no more rooms with 2 beds? That's what... Yes, I can see there's a couch.
Kaori grumbles and hangs up the phone. So, that sounds like it went well. Kaori sighs.
We're stuck with the room. Nothing else is available, and I doubt any other hotels will have rooms either due to the convention.
The last train to Isukaze departed an hour ago.
Yeah.
I look between the lounge and the very comfortable-looking bed. We can share? I mean, the bed is pretty big. You can easily fit 2 people. Kaori blushes and shakes her head. Well then. Okay, I gotta do it. Fine, I'll take the bed then. Alright, I'll take the bed. I dive on the bed and starfish in the middle.
What?
So by starfish, I assume they mean spread the arms and legs across the bed, kind of like an X shape. What do you mean, what? I offered to share and you said no, so I'm taking the bed. Kaori scowls and clenches her hands into fists.
Get off of there!
Make me. She grabs hold of my arms and tries to pull me off. She's barely able to move me. Then she crosses to the other side of the bed and attempts to roll me off. But I plant myself firmly in place and she's equally unsuccessful. Kaori pouts and pleads with me with the wide eyes. Ah, the puppy dog eyes. Kaori is amateur hour compared to Nikki. Who would have known having a little sister would provide such useful training? Nice try.
You are such a jerk!
Kaori grabs the extra pillows on the bed and the lounge and creates a barrier right down the middle of the bed. She sits down on her side as close to the far end of the bed as possible.
You stay on your side, and I'll stay on mine.
That's what I was saying from the start.
No funny business.
No funny business.
Fine.
We both get ready for bed. I hadn't realized just how exhausted I was until my head hit the pillow. The bed is like a soft cloud cradling me. I can occasionally feel movement, but I'm too tired for it to be a real distraction. It takes no time at all before I drift to sleep. My eyes fly open in the darkness. I'm not sure what woke me, but I feel a small hand against my chest. So if you want to see the full CG, apparently you can hit the H key and there you go. And she's actually sleeping in that. She didn't bring anything else. They're both... If they knew they were going to be overnight, why didn't they bring other clothes to wear? Jeez. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I look down to see Kaori's sleeping face. Her brows and mouth are relaxed. She looks so peaceful yet vulnerable without her fierce skull. I gently wrap my arms around her and hold her against me. She stirs a bit but doesn't wake up. Instead, she snuggles even closer to me. I nuzzle my face in her hair and drink in her scent. Her body fits perfectly in my arms, as if we are two pieces of a puzzle, and the gentle up and down of her breathing relaxes me. I wish this moment will never end. I want to have more moments like this. I want to hold her in my arms in the tranquility of the night, and sleep to the rhythm of her heartbeat. She's the fire that fuels my passion, and now that I have her, I can't imagine a life without her. Of one thing I am certain. I love you. The sharp ringing of cutlery wakes me up. I glance at the empty space beside me and panic before seeing Kaori sitting by the table.
Oh, did I wake you? Sorry.
I push myself up to a sitting position. Good morning. Kaori smiles at me.
Morning. I ordered room service.
I hope that's okay. My stomach growls as the delicious smells of breakfast wafts in the air. It's been so long since I've had a traditional Japanese breakfast. This is perfect. I join Kaori at the table and we dig in. I can't keep the smile off my face as we eat. Is this what it's like to be a couple? Kaori casually meets my eyes, then blushes. Did you sleep okay? Kaori blushes even more. I wonder how she felt waking up entwined in my arms.
Yes. Actually, I had a really weird dream.
Tentacle monster? Oh?
Yeah. It was you and me and we were at a restaurant. Or I think it was a cafe.
That's not strange considering we've done that before.
I know. We were just chatting like we always do. But then, out of nowhere, you said...
Her face flushes and she shakes her head.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Hurry up and eat your breakfast or we'll miss our train.
I grin. I guess she did hear me after all. Kaori keeps shooting glances at me as we finish eating. The more she looks at me, the more embarrassed she becomes. Once done with breakfast, we pack up our things and catch the train back to Isukaze. Kaori stares out the window like before. I try to focus on scenery too, but my gaze keeps slipping back to her. When we finally arrive at Isukaze Station, we face each other on the platform.
Thanks for coming with me. I had a really great time.
Me too. She hesitates, then quickly hugs me and lets me go.
I'll see you again on Monday.
If not sooner. She smiles, then leaves to catch her bus back to Ace while I drive back home. So here's where Nikki and Ken are in trouble. So yeah, I don't know if there are multiple ways for the whole Valerie thing to, or the whole Kaori thing to play out. I don't really have much of a desire to go back and play through since I don't really think, well, I'm not as much of a Kaori fan to be honest, and since she seems to be like one of the, either the first or second most popular character, I'm not sure which one. That means I'll probably get the whole group of fans holding torches and pitchforks for making that comment. As I stand there, I suddenly feel so tired and so lost. Without thinking, I pull out my phone and dial the first name that comes to mind.
Hello?
Kaori, can we meet? A few seconds of silence pass.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm a little surprised she didn't ask me why. She must have sensed the urgency in my voice. At the hangar, but I'd rather not meet here. Can I meet you at your dorm? She hesitates.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll see you soon. We hang up the phone. As if in a daze, I make my way to Kaori's dorm. This time, I have no trouble getting past the front desk, and I'm soon knocking on her door. Kaori flings open the door and looks at me intensely before letting me in. I sit on the couch, and she sits beside me, even though it's currently in bed mode.
What's going on? You're acting a little strange.
Sorry, it's been a long day. There's something I need to tell you. She glances at my clenched hand.
Does it have anything to do with that?
Yeah.
What is it?
I show her the drive. Kaori gives me a questioning look. It's the data to my core.
Why do you have your core's data in your hands?
I downloaded it from Eagle.
Obviously. But why?
I sigh and tell her everything I've learned. She listens quietly, but her expression darkens the longer I talk.
That's so... I mean... How does...
I blink in surprise. It's not often Kaori's rendered speechless. I know it's a lot to take in at once.
That's not it. Well, it is a lot to take in, but I'm sorry your dad put this burden on you.
She looks sideways at me.
But if he had to trust somebody with this decision, I suppose he was right to trust you.
So you agree with my choice? Kaori nods.
It's what I would have done. Your core was way more than just a core. Knowing that, how could you continue to use it in the same way? Besides, we can always find you a new core. I'm sure Valerie would enjoy the challenge of building a core from scratch. And you already have some experience in doing that. Plus, I could help too.
I breathe a sigh of relief as a weight is lifted off my shoulders. I hadn't realized just how anxious I'd been about my decision. A part of me continued to wonder if perhaps I'd acted too rashly. But if someone as rational as Kaori agrees with me, then I know I made the right choice. Yeah, I'm not too worried about finding another core. Kaori thinks.
Although, if you want to get rid of the source data completely, you might want to talk to Valerie. Since she's worked on your core, she might have a copy of blueprints or something.
Good call. I'll talk to her later. We lapse into silence. Sorry, I guess I'm kind of boring to be around right now. Kaori shrugs.
Better than you acting like a pervert all the time.
Was she trying to make a joke?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make light of the situation.
I smile warmly. No, it's okay. It's exactly what I needed. I glance at her. For once, she looks sympathetic, but her lips are pressed into a thin line.
You can't change what's happened in the past, so there's no use dwelling on it.
Maybe. There are still so many unanswered questions.
I know. It's okay to want to make sense of things, but only if that'll help you process what has happened.
She hesitates, then clasps my hand in hers and looks into my eyes.
If you want to find answers, I will help you.
Really?
Yes.
Let's do it. I smile at her. With Kaori by my side, I won't have to worry about losing control of myself. If I waver in strength, if I get buried in the fear and pain, I can always count on her to keep me in line. I nod. Thank you. She nods, but I can see she's worried about me. I promise, I'll be fine. Her cheeks flush.
Who said anything about that?
You didn't have to. She looks away as her cheeks redden even more.
Don't be stupid.
We settle into silence again. Kaori sneaks glances my way, then gently rests her head on my chest. As I feel her gentle weight against me, my mind clears. Like usual, she makes sense. Whether or not Dad told me doesn't matter now. He's gone, and no amount of speculation can change that. I'm lucky to have found someone to keep me grounded. With Kaori by my side, there's no mystery we can't solve. I run my fingers through her hair and she glances up at my touch. Slowly, I close the distance between our lips and kiss her. For once, she doesn't seem surprised or shy away from my touch, but melts into the kiss. As we pull away, I gaze deeply into her eyes. In this moment, I have clarity. It rinses away all my stress and fears. It's okay that I don't have all the answers now, because I'm looking at my future, and it is beautiful. So right there, if you want to see the names once again, just to verify the whole anime con thing, there's Dishu, and then the other ones are going to appear here and there. Sunimu. Unfortunately, I can't remember any of the other ones' names. I think one was named Chris or something like that. Hopefully that was all of them, Dishu, Rishu, and so on. But let's see. Kaori's voice was Cindy Ponowaz, or something like that. Or I think you can see Amanda Lee, Amal. So that explains why this is here at all. Kind of also explains why May is just a minor character, if they probably splurged more on her than some of the others. Okay, I think I also did look to see if this was a Kickstarter. I did not find anything. It's possible I could have been looking under the wrong name. It may have had a name change in development. I'm not entirely sure. So, I'm going to say that might be why I couldn't find it. It may have existed, but as far as I can tell, it's not. As for the levels, those are referring to the Patreon donators. The level itself is referring to how much the particular person is donating per month or patronizing per month, whatever I think it is. Holy crap, they have all those 3s but only 2s and 1? Like, is level 1 higher than 3, or am I... Even still, why do you have more... Like, why is the middle one the smallest? And this does confirm our whole otaku thing. So we have to speed through this just so I can hit up the gallery. Goodbye. It's under extras. So let's see. I don't know how we get those just yet. I want to say we had all of these, but I'm not 100% sure. One second. Okay. Ah, so there are some other scenes for her somewhere. Possibly quite a few other scenes, unless these are... Well, it's possible Mayu has some early ones, maybe. It's a little strange that the 2 characters that were added have the hardest to find CGs, since you figured their stuff would be a little bit simpler on account of having to be added later. Like, it'd be kind of Kaori Couch 2, they actually do give you a little bit of a hint. Intersection hit 4. Huh. And then where are these 2? Huh. Okay. Oops. Crap, how do I bring that back? So is this a Mayu? Oh yeah, Mayu stuff. Okay. So that's that. I don't really plan on going back for all those Kaori ones, but you have the ones that count, you got to see your storyline, so hopefully that satisfies you guys. Now, I don't know if I'm going to bother with Show's route, because since we can see the names of the CGs, apparently those aren't exclusive to him, unless maybe the with or without helmet thing is. But yeah, I'm good to call it quits here for now. I'm the hero of light. Thanks for watching.